Did you happen to see that stream with that guy, that developer? It was like last Wednesday. It was a Shell of a King.
Nope.
There was this guy who messaged.
Oh, I saw the spot. I have not watched it, but I did see where you were.
Interesting dude.
Had that set up.
Oh crap, we're live.
Good job.
Fucking around, whoops. It says go live. Apparently we're already live. I'll close that. Wow. Am I even seeing chat here? We're on. There we go. Chat. What is going on?
Here we are.
That's nice quality though. Okay. So we can see chat there. I can't see other chats. The camera. Let's see if I can. Howdy, folks. It says go live. Will you check Twitch real quick for me? What's going on elsewhere? What's going on, Eric? How you guys doing? Let us know if you can't hear us. You know, anything sounds weird, anything like that. Because let's see if maybe that. Hopefully that's working too. It's not, is it? Huh. Twitch isn't working.
Let's try around us. Is it?
We'll try again. So, folks, if this is weird looking, I apologize. I got issues. But happy to have you here. We're getting ready to get started. I'm just, technical issues because I'm using a cell phone. All right. Enter. All right, cool. Move that keyboard down somehow. Is there a button make that go away? Just chatting, okay. Please go away. How did I make that keyboard go, dude? Is this? There. Aha!
Okay,
Public. We're already set to that. I'm hitting it. You might freak out. We all have issues, Nick. Oh, you can hear me. Good. What's going on? All right. Okay. So it says we're live. Hope I didn't screw that up. Okay. It looks like it's going.
Well, I guess we'll find out in a moment, eh?
Yep. All right. We can look at Twitch again real quick.
Sure.
I need a haircut, dude.
So it's live now?
Oh, cool. Good. Can you click on that one so we can pull the chat up on that? Maybe make them like a half screen or something? Just in case.
Come on.
Aha! Alright, so the idea, I've streamed with Nathan before. This is Nathan Varney. Nathan Varney is the...
Hello,
What are you?
Oh, well, I am the man, the myth, the icon. No, I'm sorry. I'm the director of retail operations here at the gaming company in Pikeville, Kentucky. So, welcome to my humble abode, aka my office dungeon.
First of all, how did you mention this? How many hours do you think you spend in this room?
Oh goodness.
A week. What's going on, Cook here?
60 plus.
60 plus a week. Woo.
Yeah, in this room, not in this building.
Yeah.
In this room.
That's what I have to think about.
Yeah.
Holy smoke! But I mean, that's part of it, right? Is chat scrolling down without us on YouTube? Okay, I guess we can see it. There we go. Okay. Ah.
Let's see here.
Apparently he is Hawaiian since Allah is the great. Yeah, so Nathan spends a lot of time in this room, but Nathan is constantly combing data, and that's part of it. Just looking at data, and how much is it? Like, how much of you think of the job is considering data? It has to be a ton of it, right?
Oh my goodness.
What's going on, lady? How you doing?
I mean, if you're also looking, just not just what we're doing to have this fun exercise here, just as a normal thing. I mean, I spend time every day looking at sales data for being able to forecast what I should order, what I should reorder, what I should discontinue, how much of a thing I should order. I mean, it's an unquantifiable amount. It's tremendous. I mean, it's
Makes me even down to like
a couple hours a day,
trying to predict
every day.
Pokemon sales, Magic the Gathering sales, a new release. How much do I order? How much do I? That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, and it's for every item. It's not just a general thing. Like if 12 new sleeves from Dragon Shield are slated to release, or Chessex decides to release some new dice. Like every single one of those, I need to decide how many I order. Now, some of those are kind of friendly. It's like, well, I'll probably just order a flat, order 2 or 5 or 10 or whatever of each thing. But it's still, every single item has to have that decision made.
Yeah, that's a 9 cage. So you guys are doing a great service to our area. Love the gaming code. Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. But yeah, I mean, it is a wild amount of like data coming. I guess you see patterns and whatever else, and that's what you predict and go from there, and what you do. I guess
it's that math thing that people would say, I'll never use this out in the real world.
But you do.
But it's basically all I do every day, and I run a store.
Yeah.
Like it's not me teaching math. It's not me. I'm not an engineer. It's just making a living as a businessman. Yeah. So, here we are.
Let's see. Magic the Gathering is a sad mess now, having a new slop set for month. Well, you guys had a huge success with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, didn't you?
I mean, it's good. It is definitely frustrating. It's hard as a retailer to keep up.
Because there's a lot of
so much coming out quickly. Yeah. So. But we'll see. People had a good time last night at the pre-release, and we've got another pre-release slated for tomorrow, and it is what it is. I do wish that it didn't release so frequently, but at least Wizards of the Coast, generally speaking, keeps their product in print so that I can reorder stuff. Now that doesn't apply to everything, but just if I run out of play boosters here in a few weeks, I'll be able to reorder play boosters.
Yeah, it's
not like that with new Pokemon sets or new Bandai sets or new sets from just about any other game. So,
let's see. How does the interaction process work when getting supply? When getting supply from TCG manufacturers or getting pre-release kits from them? Is it like a partnership portal or something? Good question.
I'm not sure I understand the question. I'll try to answer what I think you're asking, and if it doesn't make sense, then hopefully you could rephrase the question. But wholesale distribution will have, for any product, and it's not just for the TCGs, when they have new product available for a pre-order, it is similar to what you would experience with a new video game releasing, and it's like, hey, and different stores or websites will be like, okay, well, we're going to take pre-orders for the upcoming, Castlevania 45 that's going to release, in 3 months. We all wish.
Yeah.
No. Anyway. But so they will solicit those. So all these different wholesale partners that we work with will have those numbers open, and they'll say you have to order by X day. Sometimes it is it's often many months out. So something that releases in June, in many cases, we've already had to order it.
That's what I think about.
Wizards with Magic and the Pokemon company with, Pokemon, they are a little shorter windows because they've already kind of printed. They kind of already have a pretty good understanding of demand forecasting for most of their stuff. Not always correct, but so they have a shorter window than other companies. But like, for example, trying to order new Bandai product for One Piece or Gundam or Digimon, Dragon Ball, any of those games, we have already placed orders for things that release in the late summer and early fall.
Oh, wow.
So, but we will put in those numbers with our partners, and when the time comes, then they ship those things, we receive them, and are ready to go.
It's a lot of planning ahead, really.
We don't always get everything that we ask for. Sometimes things are what's called allocated, and in which case they, the mark on the demand was incorrect, and I ask for 30 of something and I get 4.
Yeah, that's so wild. Like, I know we've had a conversation, probably don't want to go on that tangent, but it's like, hey, we want 40. No.
Yeah. Then why did you ask for my order 6 months ago, or 2 months ago, or however long? By whatever date you told me, and I submit you those numbers, and then you just go, no, that's all right. So that's frustrating, but it's probably one of the most frustrating things that I deal with. Yeah. Is, hey, I did the thing that you asked me to do. By the time you told me to do it, and you still, and then you effectively, I get punished because other people didn't do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we don't want to make anybody mad. We want to share the pie, if you will, with everybody. And it's like, when I miss release, like pre-order cutoff dates, final order cutoff dates, I know it's my fault.
Yeah.
Now, I may still reach out and say, hey, if you do have extra, I would take up to this many. Just, put me on a wait list. I understand that the answer is probably no, but sometimes things happen and stock gets freed up. Stores close. Yeah. Sadly, stores close, go out of business. Some stores maybe can't afford to take their order. Maybe they're in some financial trouble, and stock gets opened up that way. But, I understand that it's a wait list thing, and that I messed up by not putting my order in on time. I'm not going to be mad at one of my reps or my wholesale distribution partners because I screwed up. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand a lot of people will blame someone else. Right. They won't accept that blame, and that's where that comes from. But it's a very frustrating thing. Anyway, tangent over.
What's going on, Zach? FT Dubs in the chat. Bubby, thank you so much for the raid, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. Happy to have you in here. Let's see. Sorry if it was wording was confusing. I'm not sure if there was a web portal you register your business with, TCG company. That's kind of the situation, right? The allocated word is hitting PC builders hard right now since AI servers are eating up all the R5 RAM. Oh, dang. Yeah.
Yep. So it's the same concept. Yep.
Andrew's in.
As far as hey Andrew. There's not like a master thing where you go in and say, hey, my store exists, and then all of a sudden the Pokemon Company or Wizards of the Coast or Bandai or whoever is just going to then all of a sudden solicit you things. It is you have to set everything up on an individual, case by case, distribution partner by distribution partner basis. And like in the case of like Pokemon and Wizards, they don't sell direct to stores. They only sell to wholesalers and Walmart.
And Walmart.
Maybe Amazon, but I'm just saying, if you're not one of the big 10 or 12 on the planet, they don't sell to you. So.
Mr. Zaku, if you're still in here, dude, and you want to hear the answer to that question, let me know. We'll just repeat the question. If you ask a question, we don't see it, feel free to ask it again. Or if we don't address it, feel free to ask it again. So, you asked, 9Cage asked about what, how much for a meta deck of Magic the Gathering? It's hundreds, right?
Oh, goodness. That depends on the format. But, yeah, even, if you get outside of Pauper, standard, modern, and anything beyond that, it's multiple hundreds of dollars, and some of them are multi-thousands of dollars. So
I think that's an interesting question, too. Look at that. How hard is it to find deals these days? I can't imagine how tough it must be to run a retro video game shop.
Oh, there's almost no deals.
Yeah. So it's like people know what they have, for the most part, right? It's not, you're not trying to cut anybody or anything. It's just people come in expecting certain prices or whatever, So,
well, it's the...
or they don't go, I'm going to take it to a store, I'm going to list this on eBay,
yeah,
whatever else, Or I'm going to hold on to it.
Yeah. No, that's... we have certain percentages that we set and pay for certain things, but that's also based on value.
Yes.
But then there's also things that break those rules, like, probably one of the most prime examples, and we will talk about some of them during the stream as we get through some of these rankings, but probably the number one breaker of that rule is Wii Sports on the Wii. If you look at price charting or go on eBay, Amazon, whatever metric that you want to use, I generally have to pay market for that game to have it.
Yeah.
And then mark it up above that, because otherwise I don't get it. Everyone just wants to sell it put it on eBay themselves or whatever, Facebook, it doesn't matter. It's not just eBay,
right.
But of course it's the one that is probably in the forefront of people's minds. So, I can remember being in your place one day, a couple of years ago, and I saw that you had picked one up at a yard sale or a flea market. It doesn't matter. You got it from somewhere. And I was like, hey, is this for sale? And you were like, well, I mean, yeah. And I said, well, I'm paying $20 a piece on these right now. And you were like, here you go.
So take it with you.
Because I think you'd been lucky to have cleared probably $14 or $15 after fees and shipping.
Yeah.
Back then on that. And I don't even know if it was going for that much then, but I know I was paying $20 then. So.
Hey, Aaron's in chat. What's going on, Aaron? X-Lex. There's a lot of good questions. Sorry if we skip any of them. It's just there's a lot. How much for a complete collection of PS1 demo discs? Dude, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how many there are.
Unfortunately, don't. That would take a little more research than I would be able to do right
I bet
during
going
the stream.
I bet they're going up in value.
So.
There was another. Oh, how do you fight scalpers in the Pokemon world? That's like a.
I mean, with anything, it's and I know some people get frustrated by it, but as a retailer, we made the decision before we ever opened our doors in 2021 that we were going to charge market price on hot products. And that includes Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it is primarily Pokemon, but that is included. So and it's just TCG market. We go by TCG player market price. If regular price on a thing is $50, but they are selling for $100, then we're going to stick ours for $100, because otherwise we are going to get cleaned out by other people that are just going to flip them and make that money themselves.
Yeah.
So it's either we make the money here or we let someone else make the money.
Yeah.
And but on the other side of the coin, sometimes stuff goes under cost, market goes under cost, and then we take a loss.
Yeah. Because I would imagine that's the same sort of, in that situation. As an example, Walmart's probably going to charge MSRP all the time, not market necessarily, right?
Sure.
But
at least initially.
Right. And if a set goes under, Walmart is still charging market. Charging
whatever that
MSRP.
original price is, yes.
So it's just the ebb and flow of demand, supply and demand.
And then they also, for a box of packs, for example, they charge the full amount for the box and for all the packs, whereas a store like us will give you a discount on $10 or $20 off or whatever for buying an entire box versus buying individual packs. Hopefully one of these days, the Pokemon Company will catch up, will get their ducks lined out and catch up to demand.
Yeah.
They had for a while, I guess a year and a half ago, was the resurgence of this when Surging Sparks released. Because prior to that, we had a year and a half, almost 2 years worth of stuff selling just above wholesale cost or below wholesale cost in Pokemon, on basically every Pokemon product. And then Surging Sparks released, and it unleashed the barnstorming again. Yeah. And it's not died down again since. So, and there's just no predicting when that's going to change.
Oh, Skins, that's awesome. Skin says he also runs a retro game business on the side. That's cool. There's again, guys, a lot of good questions. If we missed something, we're so sorry. Fruity said, "What is that? Once you get a game that's $60 or a brand new game for $60 or whatever, whatever the MSRP is, how do you know when to drop the price? It's kind of market too, isn't it? Like,
we just have to watch the market, and part of that is, in some instances, just when a customer may come in and say, "Hey, I'm seeing market on this at this price now. Can you match that?" And then we'll, and it's like, hey, like I know when like Mega Evolution first released, the first Mega Evolution set, just plain old Mega Evolutions released back in September or October, and the price was fluctuating pretty hard for about 3 weeks, and then it settled down a little bit after that. But it was just one of those deals. It was like I adjusted my price down from what we had stickered the night before it released. The next morning, it had fallen $30, so we adjusted our prices again that morning, and throughout the day, that day, it continued to fall another like $20. So it was just, okay, I'm not going to re-sticker it every 2 hours. This makes no sense, but we're going to check it every couple of days, and then like employees know, hey, this is fluctuating pretty hard. We just need to watch the market price. And if we have it stickered for $50 and market goes up, I'm not going to charge someone more than the $50 until I get everything re-stickered. And usually I'll wait and do that after we close on a day or right as soon as we open. But on the other hand, though, I do if market falls and I haven't re-stickered it, I will go down and meet market for somebody. So
I know there's been several times.
But it's hard. I mean, it is a multiple days a week on products like that are going really wild. You have to check it often.
I said I made the joke that they should have like a digital sign like gas stations for the prices of Pokemon cards, or it's like the pit in a stock market, dude. It's like sell. You
got the bell rings. Yeah.
Find inventory is by far my biggest struggle these days. Have to get creative and sell more brand new stuff. Let's see. Do you also travel to retro games trade shows? I went to the Rocker City Retro Fest this month. Oh, dude, I haven't been to one in a long time, and I want to. I'm really excited to get back into that at some point. It's just, look, we don't have a whole lot of close ones for retro video game stuff. It's probably like Southern Ohio, maybe somewhere in Western Kentucky. But to kind of give an idea here.
Now, as far as, I'm not sure if this is what Smitty was asking, but he says, best thing you can do to fight scalpers is stop giving them your money. We do not buy stuff from people that are trying to flip their stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now, thank you for that, by the way.
So, like, Ascended Heroes just released. I will not buy Ascended Heroes from people until it is no longer a current product. Like, for example, someone recently offered us some ETBs that released before the flood happened. I'm okay with that. Like those, you can't buy those anymore. They're out of print. I treat that no different than somebody bringing in a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah.
But like Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flames, and now Ascended Heroes, I won't buy those probably for at least another 6 months.
So as an example, if I were to go down and fist fight some children at Walmart for cards and bring them up here and try to scalp them to you, you would say
no.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah, no, I don't buy those that way.
Yeah,
I only buy them from our wholesale distribution partners and do things because one, it helps ensure that I have authentic product.
Yeah.
Because where Walmart has started to basically operate kind of like eBay and Amazon, and me and you can offer things up for sale on Walmart.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how that works with in-store stuff, but I just know as a general thing on Walmart.com, you can do those purchases, and
you become the vendor for Walmart.
Yeah. So
Haley, no. Let's see. They should have a website. Okay, Red Stock Pokemon cards. So Seth Hale is a little farther up there. Is it still on there? Yeah, subscribing in the past month or two. Big JRPG fan. Thank you so much for subscribing. He says from Knott County. I live in Knott County and bought some board games from the old Gaming Co. Location. Need to check out the new one. It's on the YouTube side. That is awesome, dude. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, I live. Well, I mean, you know where we are. I live in Pike County, and this store is how much bigger is this? About 3 times the size of the last one.
The facility is over 5 times larger than the old store, but part of that is our online TCG player operations, which was previously not in the same facility. But I mean, the storefront itself is over 2 times larger than the entire old store building.
Didn't you have him a champ somewhere?
Is it not on the side of the thing? Oh, somebody's moved it on us.
So
we might get Machamped at some point.
Yeah, X-Lax was asking about Machamp.
Yeah, someone had Machamped me in my vehicle, and so it survived the flood.
That's hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, it's tough when you have that sort of situation where you want to enjoy a game or whatever, but it is like scalpers are rough, man. There's so much of that stuff anymore that, like, before I did the FOMO stuff, and I do fall victim to it every once in a while, but it's like I'm so much anymore, I'm like, if I don't get it, I don't get it, and I move on. So, people who care about a hobby should consider the adverse effect of rewarding scalpers on the thing, yeah.
So Mr. Zaku Retro says, why the 3DS prices are so crazy? Well,
thank you, sir.
A lot of people still wanted 3DSs. Yep. A lot of people still want 3DSs.
Yep.
And when they got discontinued, well, it's just left with now the supply is what it is. It's a fixed amount of supply, and in fact, it's actually dwindling because 3DSs get lost and get damaged or destroyed, yep, and become non-functional or irreparable. Yep. So it's that fixed point now is only ever going to decrease until they ever get remanufactured, and it would be a bananas occurrence for any game manufacturer, yeah, to go back and bring a game console or handheld system back into production. Yeah. And I'm not counting. I'm not the mini consoles that Nintendo did and that Sega's done. That's not the same thing. I'm talking saying, you know what? Yeah. We're going to start remanufacturing PS2s again. Yeah. Like that. It's probably never going to happen. So with the 3DS, it's in the same boat. You now have a fixed supply that people still want, and it never, like 3DS consoles, and even especially the games that released in that last probably year and a half, never had that inverse bell curve, nope, to really hit on the costs.
That's right, COVID, like that. COVID prevented that bill, didn't it?
Basically, yes. So, yep. Because normally with almost any collectible, with electronics especially, which video games fall in, you have an inverse bell curve with regard to their pricing over time. Just think, like, probably a very easy example to look at would be, we'll stick with video games here. Let's say the Wii. So the Wii released at $250 or so, yes, original price, yep, and then it had a price spike a little bit because of supply and demand, but over time, generally speaking, it started to go down, and the next thing you know, you could buy a Wii for $200 new, and then you could buy a Wii and then you start looking at good used prices for $150, and then $100, and then all the way down to where at one point they were selling for under $40 shipped. Yeah,
I remember just seeing stacks at the store.
Yes, and then all of a sudden that bell curve started to invert. Now it's not all the way back up to where it was, but we're about halfway. Yeah. I think it's actually kind of rare to see a system get higher than it released to retail. So they do go up, but yeah, I mean some do, but it's like really even like Super Nintendos aren't there. I mean like Nintendos aren't there. Are they? Super Nintendos, even if you don't adjust for inflation, Super Nintendos are right at or approaching what their original market prices were.
Wow.
And but now but with that, where the 3DSs never, they went down some, but they never had that huge bowl, if you will. They didn't.
Right.
That if you look at that curve, it didn't make a trough. It pretty much just went whoop.
Yep.
And so that's why the price is now above what they originally retailed for. But I've never experienced that before. But
that's the first one I know of.
But it just goes to show that the quantity that were being manufactured there at the end, and it's with any game console. I mean, we talk about the likes of Little Samson or Burning Rangers on the Saturn, and all these games that are the last handful, the last 6 months, the last year of games that get released on any console. There's a very tiny supply because people go, nobody cares about this system anymore, so they don't make very many. And then you get to going later and go, people are like, man, I really would like, I never knew that game existed. I'd like to pick that up. And then the realization of there's a short supply meets, hey, these are now in demand. People are talking about this. And, that lights the powder keg, if you will.
Yeah. So. Something with that too. They were talking about the 3DS hack 3DSs. Oh yeah, that's huge.
That's huge. Yes,
because it's like you can play any 3D where you can download any 3DS game now, and that is it's like if you buy let's say how much are what's the base cheapest 3DS? Probably $250.
$200 to $250. I'd have to look for sure, but it's in that neighborhood.
So it's like you pay $250, and you can have. It's legality aside, you can easily
not endorsing it.
Yeah, have every game for that system for $250.
Yeah.
I know there's the argument of you can buy systems and emulate whatever else, but it's not the same as a 3DS too. I wonder how much of it's the hardware, because it's like when you emulate a 3DS, you don't get the 3D. I don't play with 3D crap on anyway. But you could if you have the system.
Yeah.
My computer's not doing that, Yeah. So. Yeah, sorry, again, a lot of questions, folks. I love it. Thank you so dearly for being here with us tonight. If we missed your question, repeat.
I hadn't thought about that with the 3DS actually until right now. So that is a huge point. It's basically, because that happened with the PSP.
Yep.
That basically when the final crack of the PSP finally happened, that stopped the price drop on PSPs. Because then people were like, well, I can hack any PSP. It doesn't have to just be one that's of a particular firmware and older and stuff anymore, because then those were still expensive. But when people finally figured out how to crack any PSP, the price on all of them stopped falling and started to climb again.
Dark Lord Bear, I did see you in the chat. Welcome in. Happy to have you here, guys. Again, if I missed, I'm so sorry. Let's look curious. The handhelds have become bigger commodity. There's a huge market for that. Techdweeb, one of the members on the channel, love his content. Yeah, he does a ton of handheld stuff. Yeah, that's a huge market. I guess I'm thinking people on the go and whatever else. The Switch is insanely popular on the go. Kajiro, what's up, man? Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, Kajiro, yeah, dude, happy to have you here. Welcome, man. So, how far are we into the stream? We're 30 minutes into the stream. We haven't even talked about the first thing we intended to talk about.
I do want to go back. There was someone had asked a question at least twice that I missed, and I do want to answer that.
Thank you for that.
Oh my goodness! It was someone that had asked about
McQuack. While you're looking for that, he said, I made my hobby my job, and now I resent my hobby. Does that ever happen to you with video games? Yes. Actually, that's for me.
Nope.
Well, I switched my interest right now. At one point when I was doing specifically YouTube stuff, with what I'm working on, I'm playing games, whatever else. It was it's cool because I'm getting paid to play games. That's the idea, right? But there's also recording, scripting, and all the stuff that goes into YouTube as well. Right now, the part I don't want to do is play the game. I'm really and that was the part I loved the most before. But right now I'm in this thing of I want to play. I guess I want to play the game, but I want to write about it so much. I just want to sit and crank out and write about the game right now. And sometimes I enjoy the filming part and the delivery and whatever else more. So it's just kind of an ebb and flow. But there have been times where I could go, let's go do this. I have to play this game, especially if it's a game I'm not as interested in. But it's like I don't know jack about it. I have to play this game.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I've been there, McQuack. But welcome again. Happy to have you here.
So, Nightcage asked, said, after the huge flood we had, how do you guys pick up and just restart with such losses? As well, did you see it worth it to restart since we were such a small area?
So context, if you don't know what's going on here, store flooded back in February of last year.
Just over a year ago, yep. And we were down for 7 months.
And it did how much damage?
Over 65% of our merchandise was either outright lost or underwater and had to be reconditioned, which that was not much. It was mostly just like cartridge video games that we tried to redo. But like the comic books, I mean, they were just gone. There's no saving those. Then
now you're back. Store's bigger than ever, performing better than ever.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling. And I'm glad you did, because everybody freaking loves this store, man.
Well, I didn't want to...
Spin said pay me to play games. I like that part too. It's just...
I didn't want to lose my livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want the folks that worked with me to lose their livelihood. I genuinely love what I do, and always have. When it's come to doing this type of thing, and even in the past being a band director and being a teacher, I struggled when I stepped away into the IT world for about a year and a half, and then I returned to this because
it's what you enjoy.
It makes it easy to get up in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Kokiri, this is the Gaming Co. By the way, he was asking about the business name.
Oh, yep.
If you search the Gaming Co. Pikeville, Kentucky, you'll definitely find it on Google.
Yep. Now we don't have outside of our TCG store, as well as we have an Amazon presence, but it is for our. We have another facility that does like Amazon stuff. It is not connected. It's only connected by parent company to this storefront. This storefront's merchandise is not online. It is only in store. I gave over 20 years of my life to selling on eBay and Amazon, and I hope that I never have to again.
Yeah, I think that's
and I'm grateful for all that time. I'm grateful to have had those opportunities. It's just that I very much prefer to be able to only sell to people that walk in the store.
Yep,
and that's not a slight to people that don't live in the area. It's just that it allows me to provide a better service and more options.
Yeah.
Because you remember how it was all those years ago, and it's like, well, we got in a cool, got in Rule of Rose. We never got Rule of Rose back then, but just like if it had been like when we got 2 copies of Rule of Rose that came into the original storefront here a few years ago, we would had to have posted it on eBay or Amazon to try to recoup our costs faster than we probably would like to have waited, and then would have had to have sold it for less money.
Yeah, that's.
And I like to be able to just have stuff like that. It's like, hey, we've got a copy of that. Yep, it's just somebody in Pikeville's gonna get it.
Yeah, that's something I was going to say too. Is like I remember the first time I encountered a store like that. It kind of blew my mind because everybody was doing, everybody does, I guess, eBay and that sort of stuff. And sometimes you have to as a store to survive. And I think that the Gaming Co is very blessed that they don't have to do that to survive. They're thriving without having to do that, right? Without having to put that work in for that sort of stuff. But I remember going to a store in Ohio, a retro game store, and they had such an incredible selection. It was just the wildest stuff. I was collecting PS1 at the time. I was looking for every PS1 game. They had Silver Load. They had just some wild stuff that you never see. And so I was like, oh, this is great. I'm only here for the moment. Can I look your stuff up on an eBay store? And they said, no, we don't sell online. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And they said, well, we don't sell online because that's how we keep this stock in our store. And we get people are excited to come into our store because we have stock. Yep. We have things. It's not just, because if you did that, this stuff out here would be gone. Like there's all kinds of wild stuff. Well, you got a CD out. Well, you still have that, I think, right?
The CDI is still here.
But
I
you
think
sold
it's the
the
only
Neo
one.
Geo.
The Neo Geo is gone. The
Panasonic GameCube.
The Panasonic Q is gone. Yep, sold
And that's
sold to
locally.
someone in town.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it could have, like, that would have been immediately gone if it was online.
Yep.
So, same thing with any kind of rare game. You got Clock Tower out there, some of those games.
Yep.
And that stuff would go so quickly. However.
Yep. But it's about being able to have patience.
Yeah.
And I've been able to afford myself patience now.
Yeah.
So it's okay that Clock Tower, if Clock Tower doesn't sell in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's here for 6 months. Now, at some point, I do want it to sell, but I'm okay if it doesn't sell in 2 years. I'm okay with that because it is that significant of a game on that console.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and it's the same sort of thing too. It's like that's a game you don't have to mark down.
Yep.
You can just like whatever that's sitting at. It's probably not going to go down anyway. But it's like if it sits up there, great. So somebody will eventually buy that.
It's just okay. Yep.
Excellent. She had a Panasonic GameCube.
Yep.
They sure did. It was a beauty.
Yep. And I don't know if it lasted a week.
Oh yeah, it didn't. It didn't last long. You got Game Gears?
I don't think I have any functional Game Gears, unfortunately. I think we had a couple of ones that need recapped. I don't have the capacity to do recapping right now on those, so we just sold them as broken for as cheap as we could, and they normally just sell to someone that's in store that's going to do the recapping. So, and we encourage them after they get them reconditioned to consider reselling them to us. So, for a profit beyond what they paid for them and so forth. So,
9Cage, that's awesome. He said he was shocked to see a nice copy of Sonic 2. Yeah, you can see a lot of crap copies of Sonic 2 out there. It's a it's an abundant game for sure. So, but that's awesome, man. That's good. We've addressed a lot of questions here, and continue to ask questions. I love it.
And I guess just to put a little bit of a bow on the eBay thing, it's hard. It's hard to sell on eBay because as the seller, if a person is not happy with a purchase for any reason, they can hold you responsible. If the Postal Service or UPS or FedEx or whoever that you ship with mistreats the package, it is still your fault as the seller. And you are going to eat those costs. Mm-hmm. If you put on that you don't accept returns, guess what? You still accept returns because of eBay's money-back guarantee.
Miserable.
So it is strange to me that anyone ever puts no returns on their stuff because guess what? They have to take returns.
It's a bluff.
It's just a bluff. eBay's going to require that you take the return. And I'm okay. It's a general thing that's okay. It's just that trying to ship electronics, and I'm not talking just a cartridge game or a disc, but especially consoles and controllers and all those types of things, comic books, whatever the case, that are condition sensitive, the likelihood that they arrive exactly how they left is actually not, it's not 100%. And then you're stuck with having to fight with that. Plus, you have to pay somebody to list the stuff. You have to pay somebody to pack the stuff. You have to pay somebody to do all that extra stuff, and it's all extra cost that and time. And I just would rather pay my folks to be able to be the best salespeople that they can be and take care of people here in town that are coming in the store. So,
something I thought about with that, I bet it's even worse now because let's say hypothetically, and I'm trying to move on, but let's say hypothetically, you sell me something on eBay, like a Rule of Rose or something. Sure. I get it. I take a picture of it. I can use AI to make it look worse than it came in and be like, look, eBay, this came in damaged.
Or you could have had a damaged copy that you already owned.
And then,
and claim that that's the one that I sent you.
It just takes
I have no leg to stand on. I personally lost a $1,500+ collection of Sega Master System games to a person out in California about 10 or 12 years ago.
Yep. God, it breaks my heart, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and after eBay had me issue a refund to this person, 3 days later that thing the tracking number finally started moving again, and it was delivered, and I was still unable eBay would do nothing for me, and that guy basically he was like, told me to stop harassing him, because I messaged him 2 more times and was like, please consider either sending my money back to me or sending my games back. I see that this was delivered. I'm just asking you to do the right thing. Like, if you no longer want them, if you'd rather keep your money, that's fine. Just please send them back to me then. Like, don't get, it's like, I'd rather have my money and you have the product. Yeah. But if, I'm okay with you, sending them back. And he just told me, he said, stop harassing me or I'm going to take legal action against you. And I reached out to eBay and they were just like, sorry, this case is already closed and we can't take action on it. So it was just one of those. It sucks to be you. It sucks to be a seller. So that is the primary reason that I hope I never have to sell on eBay again.
Yeah. So that's a tough question. I'm actually working on opening a yo-yo store here in my little city. Any advice for a new businessman?
Passion's important, but it's not the only thing. You have to be willing to dive into the numbers. You have to be able to be if you are not a people person, you need to find somebody that's a people person. If you're not a numbers person, you need to find somebody that's a numbers person. You need to build a team around you that can pick up where you are weak, and vice versa. If you're not good with dealing with employees, find someone that can work with you alongside you to be good with employees. If you're not good with diving in and looking at these statistics and to do sales forecasting, find somebody that can. And it's hard. It's hard to, but they are out there. There are people out there. There are people that are as passionate about it as you are, that want the same thing that you want. There's genuinely cool and good people out there, and I've got a crew full of them, and I'm very, very blessed to have that, and I'm very thankful for that. So,
Carrie said, "Well, how hard is it to keep shelves stocked and balanced? I imagine it's tough to get more good stuff over."
It is the daily struggle, man. I don't know what else to say. That is basically the challenge.
Yeah, that's you've done a lot of tricks over the years. Like, one I particularly enjoyed years ago was, at one point when he was managing another store, he said, "I'm paying full price in store credit for your specific games." It was like Super Mario World, like big sellers. It was like, "I'll pay you full price for this in store credit," and I was like, So I started trading a bunch of stuff. It was nice because you could trade in and get something else you wanted. But I mean, that was a trick that worked well. You had to kind of move and shake and be prepared to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, just it's coming up with creative ways to manage that. But like, I mean, you guys have floods of trade right now, right? Like, your trade is a daily thing here. Steven, what's up, man? Yeah, I saw you earlier, Steven. I'm so sorry I didn't mention it, dude. Well, you both have a good stream. Nintendo GameCube game? Smash Brothers. I'm a psychopath. Smash Brothers Melee.
Mine is either Mario Kart Double Dash is definitely in the top few for me.
Fantastic.
I spent so much time playing that game in college.
It's probably the only Mario Kart I actually enjoy anymore.
Yep. But I mean, off the top of my head, it would have to be either that or maybe Twilight Princess. And I realize Twilight Princess has been released on other things, but to me, it will always be first and foremost a GameCube game to me. So, yeah, probably one of those two. Twilight Princess probably has the slight edge because, well, it's a Zelda franchise for me. And I don't know if you can see up here in the corner, I've got a little 8-bit linked pixel link up there that one of my daughters bought me for Christmas before. So,
member custom robot. I'm Amber. I definitely need to put I need to do a video about that too.
Okay,
let's get started on the thing.
All right, we'll spend some time here. I spent a lot of time doing this, combing this data and having this. Hopefully, it is interesting for you guys to look through it or to talk through this.
While you introduce,
As it was.
I'm gonna go pee again.
Okay. All right.
You want another water?
I'm good right now. Thank you.
You care if I get one?
Oh, go ahead. So what we're going to do here, and when Lee gets back, I have compiled data from before the flood. So from prior to us reopening in September last year, of sales data from the 4th generation of video game consoles and systems. So that's going to include Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, the Nintendo Game Boy, the Sega Game Gear, the Sega CD, the Sega 32X, the TurboGrafx 16. There's only one game. We've only ever had one copy of one game on the Turbo, but it's on there. So all of those are 4th generation systems. And what we're going to look at is what, quantity-wise, what are the best-selling games of the 4th generation here in Pikeville, Kentucky, at the gaming company. So, for that first roughly 4 years of us being open is what this is looking at. And the reason I'm going to separate this is at some point later on, I mean, it may be a year or two down the road, but I'd like to start to try to make some comparisons to before and after and see if any of that data changes. I thought that would be kind of fun to look at some point. I don't know that it will, but it could. So I thought, why not? Let's do that. And then I can also, it'll allow me to at some point do some all-time lists for before and after, and see how those things change as well. All right. Now this is up on the screen, Lee, so try to avert your eyes, oh Lord.
Eyes averted.
All right. So there are 573 unique titles that appear on this list.
Okay.
That we have sold one or more copies of before the flood.
Okay.
This is all pre. I was telling them it's all pre-flood, all before, and pre-flood just being anything September the 23rd or before last year. Now I know the flood happened before that, but we reopened on September the 24th. So I sold a few things out of my car to local collectors in those 7 months we were down. So I am including that in the sales data because it is pre-reopening. So, all right. So submit some guesses here, chat, and as well as and we'll let them kind of to send some through here, Lee, before maybe you take a guess. What do you think are some of, ideally try to shoot for what you think the best-selling game is from the 4th generation. And again, it's just Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, Sega CD, Sega 32X, and technically TurboGrafx 16, but there was only one game that we've ever had and sold a copy of, so it's not going to be in the top because it was only one copy of one game. But of effectively those other systems, other handhelds, other consoles, what do you think the best-selling game for us here in Pikeville, Kentucky has been in those first roughly 4 years of business?
Out of that generation?
Out of the 4th generation only. Now, so I see Skins is saying Pokemon. I'm sure Mario games. I want specific titles though. I'm not because I don't have it grouped as Mario and Pokemon and so forth. Got unique games. So because otherwise, the list will be done right now when we say, okay, yes, it's
Nintendo.
It's a Nintendo game. All right. So. All right, so we've got...
that's an interesting guess. I would guess that is not that
So
high.
we have a Super Metroid as a guess. And let me do a quick look here.
So, wait. I'm going to guess for Super Metroid you've sold less than 10.
Okay. It is in the top... Super Metroid is in the top 50. But it is... it is one that we, much like Earthbound is not anywhere near, because I think we've only ever had one copy of Earthbound traded to us. So, and that's something that will happen with some of these. If I had 50 copies of Earthbound, I guarantee they would have been sold. And it would have, but there's low supply of those. Super Metroid is one I don't get frequently traded in. So, we have not sold a whole lot of them, but it is number 50. He's in the top 50.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's going to be some ties. Like there's 3 games that tie for 15. But then the next game on the list is number 18 as a result. Okay. So what do we have here? Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow is number 12.
Whoa.
Pokemon Yellow is number 12 in the 4th generation.
I would not have guessed that high.
Super Mario World Skins for the Win is number 1 with a bullet by almost... it more than doubles number 3. The only game that is close to Super Mario World is the number 2 game on the list.
Wow.
It owns everything else.
How many?
It is over. Super Mario World accounts for over 4% alone of 4th generation sales for us.
Holy smokes!
And you say 4%, that seems tiny, but 4% of the entire every game on all of those consoles, it's 4% of the market.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's bananas. That is bananas.
So how many copies have you sold? Is it?
I'm going to hold those.
Okay.
Because I may do something with the quantity part later. Okay?
So you said that's bananas, and somebody said Donkey Kong Country. Is Donkey Kong Country number 2?
Donkey Kong Country 1 is number 2.
Hey!
Number 2.
I knew it had to be huge, because that game was ridiculous.
All right, we have Sonic the Hedgehog, Eric Smith. I'm going to assume that you mean Sonic the Hedgehog 1, because you did not specify.
The skins all over.
Otherwise, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sega Genesis is is tied with some other games for number 20.
Oh, wow.
It is in the top 20.
I would have expected it to be
we had Dark Lord Vader, I guess.
Yeah.
With Link to the Past. Link to the Past is number 6.
Wow.
It is number 6. I would have guessed Link to the Past was in the top 5, and it just missed it. It just missed it.
I would have guessed top 10. So, I think. While you're looking, John Moon, I actually used to make reproduction cartridges, but what I would do is, if it was a rare game, I would put reproduction on the label. So I think I like reproduction cartridges, honestly. But I think it has to be, you have to distinguish the difference between them. So if you're just selling copies of games like that with the intention of tricking somebody, that's scummy, dude. So, I mean, I think it's scummy. But and I used to make reproduction cartridges of translated games and that sort of stuff.
The only repros that we sell are games that did not that were unreleased or are ROM hacks, or are games that, like he's saying, translations that never made English, and those are few and far between. We don't get them very often. I mean, maybe a dozen of them ever that we've had. So, but I do not sell. Hagane or Little Samson or anything like that. I just don't do those. So people can get access to those if they want to spend $30 on a copy of Little Samson. There's plenty of other places around they can do that. I
China
don't.
Will sell you a copy.
I don't want anyone to ever come in and question the legitimacy of what we're selling. And if that once in a while one does make it past. It makes it past who does the trading. It makes it past me. It is truly an honest mistake that a repro got sold. Yeah. So, all right. What do we have here? We had Castlevania 4 got guessed. I'm going to guess that one is not particularly high. It is tied at number 50 with Super Metroid, as well as some other games, because again, just not one that we get in very often.
Good company.
So,
China. So I've actually been looking at some fan translation ones from China. It's like, I used to make repros, but it's a lot of work. So I think it'd be a lot easier for me to just order from China. But I'd like to get some stuff like Chaos Seed and that sort of stuff.
Nick, Chrono Trigger is not on the list. We have never had a copy of Chrono Trigger traded or sold to us for us to sell.
Wow.
So
that's nuts. For the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Super Mario All-Stars is a good guess.
Super Mario All-Stars is number 3.
Really? Wow. Wow.
Super Mario All-Stars is number 3. All right. Number 4 is so the top 3 are all Super Nintendo games. Number 4 and number 5 are not Super Nintendo games. So let's see if we can guess. See if we can guess number 4 or number 5. So it is not a Super Nintendo game. So that means it is either Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, Sega CD, Sega 32X.
I saw the 4th one. I didn't see the 5th one.
All right.
I think I know what the 5th one is though.
Okay.
You said it's Game Boy?
It has to be not Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yep.
I think Game Boy has to be on there somewhere. And I think the most popular game is gonna be Tetris.
Well, you said it. Number 5 is Tetris on the original Nintendo Game Boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Number 5.
Number 4, I saw, so I'm not gonna guess it.
Okay. Gunstar Heroes sadly is not on the list. We have also never had a copy of Gunstar Heroes traded or sold to us for us to sell.
Wow.
Yep.
The Chrono Trigger is amazing, dude.
Yeah, Game Boy Tetris came through their rotary engine. Okay, Skins. There's no Game Boy Advance Pokemon games on this list. Those are not 4th generation games.
So what about Victor Man?
Victor Man is not number 4, but Vector Man is tied at in 171st place.
Victor Man was a big deal.
We've sold very few copies of it. And again, sometimes that does not necessarily mean that there's a bunch out there sitting. I don't have that data, unfortunately, to know like whether or not that we have copies available and they just haven't sat. It could be that we've only ever had one copy to come in. Like, for example, I'm sure that
Contra Hardcore. If you had more copies coming in, you sell more copies.
I would sell more. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Victor Man was a big deal at the time because it was. Because you had Donkey Kong Country that came out for the Super Nintendo. You had those pre-rendered graphics, and it was like, oh gosh, Donkey Kong Country was bonkers how well it sold. I mean, it was destroying.
The commercials for it were all over the place. Ads in comic books and in game magazines. Like if you go back through and look at old like Game Pros and stuff like that are not like Nintendo Power, because it's not. Nintendo Power is not going to promote Vector Man,
right.
But anything else that actually had Sega representation on it is going to talk about Vector Man.
Yeah, because it was like, how do we compete?
Yep.
Because the 32X wasn't in it. So, Super Mario Land's a good guess.
So we had Star Fox by Legendary Stoic. Star Fox is tied at number 65.
Oh wow.
That is one that I can say just does not sell that frequently. We get it in, but it doesn't sell as frequently as other games, and that's a little surprising to me.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
For other consoles, it does much better, but the original Super Nintendo version doesn't go very quickly.
I think Ryan has a good guess with Mega Man X and Super Mario Land.
Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land is number 15.
Oh wow!
Number 15 is Super Mario Land.
Good game.
Yep. Mega Man X.
That's got to be pretty high. Top 20 of it.
Mega Man X is tied at number 30.
Dang.
And again, that's when I know that we don't get in as frequently as these other games. I know it would be higher if it came in more often.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yep.
I like the. Why support the Sega Saturn in the West when you can compete against yourself with the 32X?
That's exactly what happened.
We're going to sell some Sega Saturns.
That's exactly what happened with the 32X. Holy Lord. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Mario Land 2 is tied at number 27.
Wow. I didn't expect that to be that high.
Yeah, number 27 with Mario Land 2. Good guess.
Very good game.
Nobunaga's Ambitious. I don't know that had a release on any of those systems.
It's probably NES, wouldn't it?
If it had a release on it, we have not had one to sell, so it is not on the list. But
John, what's up, man? Tore Mario Land 2 back up the day. Yeah, me too. I remember specifically, like the Clockwork Mario that you could walk out on his belt. We'll say, there's the land. Did you play that one?
What one? I'm sorry.
Mario Land 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you remember the Clockwork Mario?
Yep.
You walk through and it would you walk out onto his belt area, and then the world was full of balls, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. What's going on, John Moon?
So we had Rotary Engine guessed Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3. They are tied with each other and some other games at number 112.
Oh, wow.
Again, one that we rarely ever get traded in. So,
The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, yeah.
Yeah, that was already guessed. That was number 6.
Eric, N64 is not part of this generation.
Correct, yeah. So, Doom on the 32X is tied at number 65.
Whoa!
So, just below, because there's a bunch of games. There are 15 games tied at number 50, including 2 of the guest ones at Castlevania 4 and Super Metroid. So, Doom is the next one, is in that next group below Super Metroid and Super Castlevania 4.
No, N64 is not part of this.
No 64 games. That is the that'll be the 5th generation of games.
Thanks, man. So, okay, I don't know any others. I haven't looked. So
okay.
Let me think about it. Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart.
All right, Super Mario Kart is in the top 10. It is number 8.
Hey.
Mario Kart is number 8.
You ever get Mario Paint with the old crappy plastic mouse pad? You can definitely get Mario Paint. I know that much.
I'm going to take that as someone is guessing Mario Paint.
Sure.
Because Mario Paint is number 15.
Oh, nice. Bonk's Adventure. That would be... You can use TurboGrafx, can't it? Which would be...
We have never had Bonk on the TurboGrafx. Yeah. The only TurboGrafx game we have ever had traded in is TV Sports Basketball.
Oh, wow.
Well, that has sold. Now, there's a few that have come in since we reopened, but at the old store, we only ever had TV Sports Basketball.
F-Zero is a pretty good guess.
F-Zero, let's take a look.
John Moon, these are games that have sold here in Pikeville, Kentucky, out of this very large game store. So
F-Zero is tied at number 41.
Oh, I thought it'd be higher.
It's another one like Star Fox. Just does not sell. It's not as desirable. On the other consoles, it is. Like the 64 and the GameCube, but the Super Nintendo one is one that doesn't get a lot of love. Same with Star Fox. The Star Fox 64 and the other Star Fox games on the GameCube and so forth sell almost as soon as they come in, but Star Fox on the Super Nintendo hangs out.
Mario Paint number 15. How?
Yep. That was one that genuinely surprised me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's like you really you need the daggone mouse to do it.
It's a brick without the mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, we sell it for $1 for the cartridge by itself, so that's probably part of it, but still.
Contra 3.
I think that one already got guessed, but let me look.
Smitty.
No, Contra 3 has not been guessed. It is tied with Final Fantasy 2 and 3 down there at number 112.
Columns. That seems like a pretty good guess.
That is a good guess.
Don't sleep on Mario Paint.
Columns is sadly way down there at number 171.
Bang.
Out of a list of 573 unique titles. So,
what about Super Mario World 2? I think that's probably one you don't get enough of.
Super Mario World 2. Huh. That one is tied with Mega Man X and 2 other games at number 30.
Hey, okay. Hey, Turtles in Time is a pretty good guess, too. I'm sure you could sell a damn lot of those if you keep them. There it was, Yoshi's Island. Sorry, John Moon. I just stole your answer there. It's probably the delay.
Turtles in Time is tied with Castlevania 4 and Metroid at number 50. Also one that we rarely get, and same with those other 2 games. So. Usually they sell within a week or 2 of coming in when they do arrive. So. Columns is one. I played the mess out of Columns on the Sega Genesis. I got a copy of it from a cereal promotion.
Oh wow!
I mailed in the top and like $5 for shipping, and I got a full-fledged Sega Genesis game box, completed box, manual, everything for some cereal box tops and $5. I don't remember what serial it was. One of these days I'll have to look through and see what that promotion was. But yep. And I played the heck out of it.
Thanks so much, Skins. Smitty said Sega 6-pack. Huh. That is a good
guess.
When you see that.
It is tied at number 65 with Doom on the 32X. Sega 6-pack is.
I can't believe Doom is in the top 100. That boggles me. Harvest Moon, I'm sure you could sell it, but...
I have yet to have a copy of that come in and be sold. Harvest Moon. So, it's not on the list.
Skins said Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt.
That is third generation. That's original, the first Nintendo. Yep.
Oh, Sword of Vermilion? No way.
All right. So,
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a good
I'm going to step down here because this one's going to be easier to get. Skin says Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That is number 4. That is the first Genesis game on the list, number 4. So that completes. We have now guessed the top 6. We have, just as a quick recap, Mario World at number 1, Donkey Kong Country at number 2, Mario All-Stars at number 3, all Super Nintendo games. Then on the Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Game Boy's, Nintendo Game Boy's Tetris, and then number 6 is the Super Nintendo's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So we have 6 of the top 8 have already been guessed. And also Eric had guessed that as well. So let me see here.
Echo the Dolphin's a pretty good guess.
Echo, I'm going to go ahead and throw both of those out because I know they're going to be low. Echo the Tides of Time is tied at number 65 with a few other games that we've guessed. And sadly, Echo the Dolphin 1 is tied at 291st place.
Holy smokes. That was one of the worst guesses. Yep. My bad. Secret of Mana, you probably sold very few of those. I bought one.
And we have Fantasy. So that was Phantom. Unfortunately, Eric, none of the Phantasy Star games have I had and sold so far.
Secret of Mana, you've had at least one and sold because I bought it and sent it to Lee in Texas.
Sword of Vermilion is not on the list. I've not had a copy of that to sell. Mean Bean Machine is tied with Columns at 171st place.
I'm going to jump in with Skins and say that Pokemon Red is higher than Pokemon Blue.
And then we had a guess on Rystar. It is tied down there with Echo at 291st place.
Listen to your filthy mouth, John Moon.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, good guess. That's a good one.
That is a good guess. So we're just going to go ahead and do both of these. The Super Nintendo's Mortal Kombat 2 is number 10.
Wow.
And the Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat 2 is number 34. It is tied at number 34 with some other games.
And the Super Nintendo one is related to, they relented and started doing blood. Right?
Not initially. The Sega Genesis had the blood as part of a code no, I'm talking about for part 1. Part 2, I think they both actually just had blood.
That's why.
Yep.
Nintendo or Super Nintendo smoked it then.
Secret of Mana was a guess. It is sadly tied at number 171 with some of those other games. It just we've only ever had a few copies ever traded in.
Street Fighter 2 is another good guess.
Okay, so we had Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah, I think Red sold more than Blue.
Okay, you were incorrect.
What?
Pokemon Blue is number 9, and
Holy
Pokemon
smokes.
Red is number 11.
Wow.
Just barely nudging it out. So we still have one game in the top 11 that has not been guessed.
Is it Super Nintendo?
It is a Super Nintendo game.
Super Nintendo game, top 11 that's not been guessed. Huh. Street Fighter 2?
Let's see.
Somebody asked about that one. I think that's a pretty good guess. I wonder what that Kirby game would be. Because, like, Kirby did... Oh, no, Kirby Dreamland. They probably haven't sold.
Primal Rage was guessed. It is tied at number 171 with Echo and some of those other ones. Breath of Fire... I don't know if I've had a copy of that to sell. Let's find out. Nope. No Breath of Fire. Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo.
So Street Fighter 2 specifically is on the Super Nintendo is number 23,
Ooh,
tied with one other game. And Street Fighter 2 on the Sega Genesis is way down at number 82.
Wow.
And we'll just go ahead and say Street Fighter 2 Turbo, because it's a little low, is tied at number 41 on the Super Nintendo.
Somebody guessed SimCity 2. I would not probably guess that. What the flip is number 11?
Somebody guessed
Eric's just as fast as he can type.
Kirby Superstar is tied way down at number 112. Again, just one we don't hardly ever get.
Yeah, the RPGs that's going to be hard to... I'm interested to, at some point, I don't know if you got that figured out, it's like, what's the highest RPG? It's probably going to be Pokemon. I imagine it has to be Pokemon. But, in that generation, well, probably every generation.
Yeah, it is Pokemon Blue is the highest RPG. The highest non-Pokemon RPG?
Oh, Super Mario RPG is a good guess. That's another one. If they can get more of it, they can sell more of it.
Super Mario RPG is tied at number 50. That is as far as I can tell, that is the that's the first non-Pokemon RPG on the list at number 50.
Wow.
But again, it's almost all of those are just ones people don't trade or sell.
That's a good guess, man. NBA Jam.
I love that guess.
That's a good guess, man. Yes, Super Mario All-Stars was number 3.
It's not super high. Super Nintendo's NBA Jam is tied at number 41.
Dang.
The Tournament Edition is tied at number 50. The Genesis Tournament Edition is tied at number 65, and the regular edition is tied at number 82. So,
Donkey Kong. Oh, that's another good guess. Donkey Kong Country 2.
Donkey Kong Country 2 rounds out the 10. It is number 7.
Oh, okay. So number 7.
Yeah, that is the last one in the top 11 that had not been guessed. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 6, 7, 8. We still have 8 games in the top 20 that haven't been guessed.
But we don't have 11 either. That's Super Nintendo, right?
No, 11 was guessed. That was Pokemon Red.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep. There is one other game in the top 12. There are 2 games. There's another game tied with Pokemon Yellow for number 12.
That was Super Nintendo?
Did I miss that one?
I don't know.
I might have.
Mortal Kombat on the Genesis is another good guess.
Sorry, I guess I did not. I just didn't check that one. It's Mortal Kombat 1. We went through the Mortal Kombats. No, we just did Mortal Kombat 2. I'm sorry, I gave that one away. Mortal Kombat 1 is the other number 12.
Oh, there you go, perfect.
All right. So the number 14 was the one that blew my mind in the top probably 50. I was like,
what system is it?
What in the world? It's a Super Nintendo game.
Okay, let me think. So, how long have you been working in this industry? 26?
Since the late 90s.
So Nathan's been doing this since the late 90s. And
professionally for almost 27 years.
Castle of Illusion, that's the Genesis. So a Super Nintendo game that's number 14 that surprised Nathan.
Yep.
Super Punch-Out's a pretty good guess.
Super Punch-Out.
And then SimCity, I think. I'm trying to think of weird games.
Super Punch-Out is tied at number 41 with NBA Jam and F-Zero and such. Again, another one that sells basically every time it comes. It just doesn't. We don't give it very frequently. I know it sounds like a broken record. I hate to keep saying that, but it's just what it is.
Yeah. God, Dracula X. You probably have not had one traded in here so far.
Nope, not that I know of.
I would have been like,
Castle of Illusion tied down at number 291.
Dang.
Yep.
Chrono Trigger is too rare for sure. Same with Mother Earth. Busted Mother. Oh, God, what is?
Yeah, we've never had a copy of Dracula X to answer that. Black Bass.
By the way, if you get a copy of Dracula X, let me know.
Super Black Bass is tied at number 20.
Wow, that's higher than I anticipated.
Yep.
What the flip is 14?
Earthworm Jim on the Sega Genesis is number 82.
Wow.
Earthworm Jim 2 on the Super Nintendo is tied at 171.
Wow.
And Earthworm Jim 2 on the Genesis down at 291.
That might be it. Majesty said Lion King.
Lion King. No, it is not. Genesis Lion King tied at number 50 with Some other games we've already talked about, and the Sega Game Gear's Lion King, way down at 171. And the Super Nintendo's Lion King also tied at 171.
What about Aladdin?
So the Genesis Lion King is outsold the Super Nintendo Lion King.
Aladdin's a pretty good guess, too.
I like that guess. Let's
It is
see.
a good
Aladdin.
guess.
Super Nintendo's Aladdin tied at number 65.
Okay.
The Genesis Aladdin tied at number 112.
All right. So, while you guys guess with Nathan, I'm going to walk out front like the Super Nintendo shelf. Do you have a copy of it in stock? Or can you see that on that?
Of
Number 14. Just guessing.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I would take them with me, but I imagine they want to ask you questions, so I'm going to go look.
All right, go look. So we have what? Bust a Move was a guess I saw. Bust a Move is not on the list. I've not had one to sell. I like the Avengers guess. Captain America on the Avengers on Sega Genesis, way down tied at number 171. And I've not had it on the Super Nintendo. So, womp womp. Oh, I like Chuck Rock. That's a good one. That's a fun game. Unfortunately, it is way down at number 291. Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 is tied with Home Alone 1 at number 82. Greatest Heavyweights. I have never sold a copy of Greatest Heavyweights on the Genesis. I have it up there right now probably, but I've unfortunately never sold a copy. Super Star Wars is tied at number 50, and Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi is tied at number 112, and so is Empire Strikes Back. So number 50 at Super Star Wars, a good one. Wonder Boy, I do not think is on the list. Nope, not had a copy of it on the Game Gear to sell. Master System. Sorry, I've not had it on the Game Gear, and it was only released on the Master System. That is a third generation console. Lemmings is not on the list. I've not had one to sell. Final Fight, that's a good guess. I like that. Final Fight 1 is tied at number 65. And just for the heck of it, Final Fight CD is tied way down at number 291, along with Final Fight 3. We've just had almost no copies of those traded in. Populous, that's a good one. Populous down at number 112. And just like for some context, like for people, it's like, oh, way down at number 112. There are 59 games tied at number 112. So, once you only have a few copies here and there, like it starts to bunch up quite a bit. But, here we are. Killer Instinct, that's a good one. Killer Instinct is number 20. Good job, Killer Instinct.
You may guess it yet?
Do what?
You may guess it?
Nope.
Okay. Is it a sports game?
It is not a sports game.
Let me pee.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Let's see here. It is tied at number 112 with Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Good job. Wario's Woods is not on the list. I've not had a copy to sell so far. Yep. Oh, we also had a guess of Zombies. Ate My Neighbors. It is tied way down at 171. I think we've only had a few of those ever. Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Good guess. It is tied at 112 on the Sega Genesis. And down at 171, tied at 171 on the Super Nintendo. Uniracers. I unfortunately have never had a copy of that to come in. I did the search and realized no, I've never had a copy of that, because I've actually had a few folks to ask me just in the past few months if we had any for sale, and every time I've looked, I'm like, oh yeah, we've not got a sales record of that, because it is still listed as a 0 price, meaning I've never had it before. There's some good ones here.
I have my guess.
Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage on the Sega Genesis is tied with Mortal Kombat 2 and a few other games at number 34. Nice. Good guess. Good guess. Then there was also guessed
Sweetie.
the Super Nintendo Maximum Carnage is way down at 171, but just it rarely ever comes in. We get it on the Genesis pretty frequently. And we've not had a copy of Separation Anxiety to come and go.
Where is Donkey Kong Country 3 again?
Donkey Kong Country 3, I have not seen it guessed. It is number 15.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so that's not the one.
It is not the one.
Here's my weird...
I would not have been surprised by that one.
Yeah.
I knew all 3 Donkey Kong games were high. So.
Oh, somebody guessed Contra 3 already? I think
yes, Contra 3's already been guessed. Dr. Mario, I love that guess.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Dr. Mario on the Game Boy is tied with a few other games at number 41. And just for the heck, Tetris and Dr. Mario on the Super Nintendo is tied down at 112 with a bunch of other games.
Okay, here's my Hail Mary.
All right.
Joe Mac.
Nope.
Yeah! I was like, maybe. Nope. Maybe it's still in it. I'm bewildered, dude. Is it a beat 'em up?
We already guessed. Mario Kart already got guessed, by the way. Nope.
Yes, I played Panzer Dragoon Saga on the Saturn. I've not played a whole lot of the...
Lost Vikings is way down at 291, by the way.
Zombies Kill My Neighbors is a pretty decent guess.
Yeah, somebody already guessed that. It was actually pretty low, like comparatively speaking, just where it rarely ever comes in.
Not a sports game for 14.
Yep. All right, and we still have 2 more games. So 3 games in the top 20. One of these is rock solid. There's only one of them that is a Super Nintendo game. So we have 2 Super Nintendo games and 1 Game Gear game made it into the top 20.
What the flip? Well, Sonic 2.
Yep.
For Game Gear.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Game Gear is number 19. We sell it for, I think, $1 or $2. It's so dirt common. I think people probably just come in and buy it to try to resell it somewhere else. I just get justified. At one point we had 15 copies on the shelf at $1, and I was like, okay. And a lot of those got lost in the flood. So,
did they though, or did they? It was really good.
Actually,
I enjoyed that game. To be fair, Eric had a couple of guesses, and we must have missed them. I'm not sure which one was it. You were seeing the walls of games, Eric, a moment ago. But.
Sorry. Road Rash 2, I see, is guessed. It's tied at number 82.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is pretty high.
Road Rash 3, way down at 291.
Huh. So what were the ones you're talking about, Eric?
Home Improvement. I don't know if I've sold a copy of that. I have one. I have before. It is tied at 171.
Mega Man 7's probably too rare to be that high. I would think. It's kind of an expensive one. It was $200.
I have never had a copy of Mega Man 7.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so there's 2 Super Nintendo games left in the top 20 that have not been guessed.
Beavis and Butthead's a good guess.
It is. That is not it, but let's see where they fell. Beavis and Butthead on the Super Nintendo, way down at number 82, tied with some other games.
Ogre Battle's way up on the list, if it's even on the list.
I don't know if I've had a copy of it. No Ogre Battle.
Gradius 3. I guess it's too, like, knowing the area, too, is like what we...
Gradius 3 is down at 291.
Ooh, yeah. Somebody already guessed Aladdin. Earthworm Jim?
Earthworm Jim already got guessed. It was way down on the list. I think it was like at number 50 or something.
The Blues Brothers. I would... That's what I'd walk out. It is a blue spot.
No,
Kirby's Avalanche.
We've never had a copy of that. Kirby's Avalanche. Let's look. Kirby's Avalanche is tied at number 65.
Okay, sorry, I thought. Boogerman.
Boogerman.
So you said, wait, we got 2 Super Nintendo and then what?
Boogerman on the Genesis, way down at number 171. And I've not had a copy on the Super Nintendo to sell.
So it's not a sports game, so it's not a wrestling game either.
Well, it's and like Smitty says, to keep Kentucky gaming. It's not even so much necessarily Kentucky as what is available in this town. Right. So, because you also got to figure that the higher value the game, the more likely it is that someone is going to sell it on their own on an eBay or a Facebook Marketplace or wherever.
Alec, welcome, man. Happy to have you here. I was just talking about we were talking about games purchased and bought. I was like, I actually know I bought a copy of Secret of Mana from Nathan because I sent it to Alec Wallace.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kirby's Dream Course. He said it's not a football, or he said it's not a sports game.
No. Kirby's Dream. Oops, that's the wrong one. Kirby's Dream Course is tied at number 112 with Kirby Superstar.
So Battletoads Double Dragon. I bet that's not the top 100.
No.
Can you give us a hint? So,
all right, let me look for Battletoads.
Why don't you give me a price, maybe?
Battletoads Double Dragon, I've not had, not on the list.
Oh, you've not sold a copy then? Because I just saw one up front.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Super Ghouls and Ghosts tied down at 112.
Tetris 2.
Oh, Tetris 2. That's a pick. I like it. Tetris 2 is number 30 on the Super Nintendo. Good job.
What about
Good job.
Mickey's?
All right. So the hint here
Number 14.
on number. No, I'm going to give the hint for number 18.
Okay.
It's the only. It's not tied for anything. It's the only one ranked number 18. This game was released on multiple platforms in this generation. It had a release on the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Game Gear, and I do believe the Game Boy. And it was a different game on all 4 platforms. Same title, same exact title, different game all 4 times.
And it's not Aladdin.
It's not Aladdin.
It's not Lion King.
It's not Lion King. Those already got guessed.
Huh. All 4 systems. What the fuck? Welcome back elsewhere. Well, this is the top games for sales at this store in Pikeville. Jurassic Park?
It is Jurassic Park.
Dark Lord, we must have missed it, but he said Jurassic Park, which I already guessed.
Sorry,
Dang.
we missed that. Yep, Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo is number 18.
Good guess, man. Nailed that. There's a ton of TMNT games, but I think they all had different names for the most part, didn't they?
Yep.
Because there was the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time and the Genesis.
All right, and then just for the sake of it, Jurassic Park on the Genesis is ranked number 50, tied down there with some other games. On the Game Gear, it is way down at 171, and Game Boy is way at the bottom at 291. Bomberman, I think that already got guessed, but let me look here.
Batman Returns.
Super Bomberman 2, way down at 291.
Have I played Resident Evil 9? I actually have a copy of it in my car right now. I purchased it for a student. I purchased it for myself, and I told that student I don't have time to play it right now, which I really don't. So I was like, you borrow it, you play through it, dude, and when you're done with it, I'll play through it. So I'll take it to Monday.
And no Jurassic Park on the Sega CD. I don't think that I don't think I've ever had one that to sell.
I want to. I want to play it. It's still sealed though.
Oh, sorry, I just missed it down there. Sega CD's Jurassic Park is tied down at number 291.
Okay, so what's left in top 20?
All right. So this one on the top 20 is a little. When I say what I'm about to say, it should give it to you.
Okay.
It is almost not a game.
Is it on Super Nintendo?
It's a Super Nintendo product. It's almost not a game. It may not be classified as a game.
Do we already guess Mario Paint?
No, we already guessed Mario Paint. That's 100% a game. Yeah, it's 100% a game.
Flip. It's not a game. I did just look at something up there and I thought, that's weird. Oh, no, that's not fair.
He probably just joking, but Smitty, less than half of the games are down at $291. So
yeah, that's just
it's a lot of them, but those, all the games that we've only ever had one copy of to sell are at $291.
It's not Super Scope, is it?
It is not, but let me see where that is. Super Scope, number 82.
So almost not a game for the Super Nintendo.
Yep. Super Scope's a good line of thought.
Yeah. What on earth? Super Game Boy. That's a good guess.
It is Super Game Boy.
Good call.
It is the Super Game Boy cartridge.
Tangled, he dug up Erdrich and asked him the question.
All right, so
That's a great guess, dude.
Yep. Which is the one I was like, what in the world? And then it was like, you know what? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
So at one point, how many have you sold? Well, that might be another question. But at one point, I know that the Super Game Boy, we had like shoeboxes of them.
Yes.
There were so
Yes.
many. I remember
which is probably why there was that surprise when I saw it. I was like, I shouldn't be surprised because I know it doesn't sit on the shelf out there, but it feels surprising because for so long we almost couldn't give those away like 15 or 20 years ago.
Oh, if he had copies of Wild Guns, he could sell copies of Wild Guns.
Yep.
But that's a rare one, dude.
Yep.
That is a great guess. Good call, man. That's a really good guess.
All right. So just for the heck, we'll name out here, go through a few of them. We'll go maybe through, like, say, the top 30 and give out the ones that we missed. And then just do a quick recap here. So we had Super Nintendo's Mario World, Donkey Kong Country 1, and Mario All-Stars were the top 3. Sonic 2 on the Genesis was number 4, and Tetris on the Game Boy, number 5. Okay. Super Nintendo's Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Mario Kart were 6, 7, and 8. Pokemon Blue at 9. Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo at number 10. Pokemon Red at number 11. Pokemon Yellow at number 12. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo at number 12. And then Game Boy, Super Game Boy at number 14. So then we're going to skip down some. Tied at number 23 was Sonic Spinball on the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
The original X-Men 1 on the Sega Genesis.
Okay, that's fair.
And Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo. We had Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 both guessed. And Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, I don't know that anybody's... If somebody else guessed Mortal Kombat 3, I sadly did not see it. And then number 27 was Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
And then number 27 was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo.
Wow, yeah.
I think that might have been guessed up there, but maybe it was Mighty Max. There was a couple of Mighties, Might and Magic and Mighty. So, and then the last one in the top 30 is Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis. Mortal Kombat 1.
That's awesome. All right, so top selling Genesis game then is Sonic 2.
Yep.
Top selling Super Nintendo game is Super Mario World.
And top selling, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Genesis is almost triple the second place on the Sega Genesis.
Wow. I mean, it's a great game, too.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And it was cheap as sin. What's it up to now? $5? 10?
No, it's actually more than that. It's in the teens.
Wow. We used to sell copies of it for $2.
Yep. And couldn't give them away.
Could not give away copies of Sonic 2.
So,
wow. So top selling Game Gear game is
was Sonic 2.
Oh, okay. Then top selling Game Boy is Pokemon Blue.
No, it was Tetris.
Tetris, then
Yep.
Pokemon. Okay.
Tetris and then Pokemon Blue. Yep.
Wow.
And then another, just for giggles here, because it was
Yeah, I agree, Eric.
it surprised me. The next game tied at number 34 that was not guessed or already mentioned was Pac-Man on the Game Boy.
Wow. Well, okay, so what's the highest selling wrestling game
Ooh.
out of that generation?
Okay. Super WrestleMania.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's not bad. 50. I would have guessed.
Yep, Super WrestleMania.
So, okay. Is there anything else we want to do with this generation? If not, then I was going to ask and be like, do you want to go to the third
Sonic
generation?
Spinballs. We have Sonic at home.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Wrestling. We have Sonic at home. Okay. Who's it? That's so funny, Nick. That's good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So do you have the stuff for Generation 3?
I have not compiled that
Okay.
yet. No.
So, yeah. 5? What should be DFO?
No, I have only, because
No.
there's so much cleaning that has to go into this data.
Yeah.
Because where we differentiate on cosmetic condition.
Yeah, excuse me. Bilge.
But each one of those is an individual SKU in our system. So when I export this data, I have to actually go in and go through Excel sheets to be able to pull all of those addendums off of those titles.
Yeah.
So that I can just see Super Mario World, how many copies of it total, regardless of condition, regardless of whether or not it had its box, regardless of whether or not its manuals included, just how many copies did we sell, so that way I could get that pulled. Because number one, like Mario World by itself was not in like the top 20 because of all the different conditions and different variants, because we also differentiate in there the center label text and the left justified text. You know, any type of label variations, box variations, all that type of stuff is different listings in there, because those things, now so far Mario World, it doesn't make a price difference, but you never know when it might.
Yep.
So it's all built in there so that anytime that a variant comes up or changes price, we're already built for it. We're already ready for it. So I had to go through and get all of that stuff combined.
Okay.
To get it down, and it took about 5 hours to get this compiled.
Dang.
So
it's good data though. Alex said Shining Force. Where does that land on the list? It's got to be 100 plus.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever even had a copy of Shining Force. Nope, no Shining Force. All right, so for, I guess, potentially one last thing here, at least from this data set, what percentage of the total fourth generation Pi would you say is the Super Nintendo?
I think we had this conversation, so I'll abstain.
Oh, yes, you and I had the conversation.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
What percentage of all of that makes up
is made up by Super Nintendo game sets? We'll take a couple of guesses here right quick.
That's pretty good. That music is banger. Alex, it's a high percentage. It's not quite that high.
80%. No, it is less than 80. 70%. 34%. No. So I said we just take a few guesses, but 70. 69 is the closest percentage. It is 58%. So over half of the fourth generation sales are Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, and then Sega Genesis is at 22%. Game Boy's at 15%, and then everything else makes up the very tiny rest of the pie. So, yeah. And I know, like Eric says, this kind of stuff really isn't my thing. He's more about playing games and selling them. This wasn't even so much about, hey, what are we like? about trying to sell games. I just thought it was interesting to be able to look at, like, because this was something that I already needed to pull out for my records.
Right.
And I know that it's interesting, like Lee and I have talked about stuff like this all the time for years. And it was more about, like, what is Pikeville interested in?
Yep.
Like, what do we buy and sell the most? So, like, regardless of how things appear on any top lists, anywhere that people vote on or rank or whatever, like, this is, people have spoken with their wallets. Like, by saying, I am willing to pay money for this game. And here it is. So, I thought it was neat from that perspective. Like, what is Pikeville into? So,
listen, now I don't feel bad about getting a copy of Shining Force for my brother from another shop. Yeah.
Yep. So,
excuse me, I keep coughing.
Anyway, fun time.
Any other things you want to use that for?
No, I mean, I think that about wraps on that part that we had set. So a lot of questions that was good to start with.
Great guesses. How about this? If you're interested and you're willing to give out, well, no, I can do it. I will say you can guess once. Do you mind sharing your store name again? Just got here a few minutes ago. Welcome, Sigma. It's the Gaming Co. If you search the Gaming Co. Pikeville, Kentucky, you'll find it. Even someone who doesn't care about collecting, I'm glad people are, and I love seeing them. Oh, it's awesome, isn't it? So, how about this? I will get one guess. If you guess the number of copies, I saw it for Super Mario World that had been sold since
in the first 4 years.
In the first 4 years of this shop, the number of Super Mario World copies that have been gifted here, or that have been sold here, excuse me, I'll gift you a $20 Steam card. Anybody want to try to guess? One guess. It's less than 281. Sorry, Alec. I'll say it's less than 100.
Yeah.
It's less than 100. But it is by far the most sold game for the Super Nintendo. That's very optimistic. I love it. Less than 100. Sorry, try again. I'm sorry, it's delay. Yeah. 200 million bajillion's pretty close. God. God.
All right.
I might have to give him one anyway. These are good guesses, actually. Dancing all around it.
Yeah.
Shoot. It is a fantastic game. So that's why it's like sincerely like riding a bicycle to me. Like I remember racing Cody on stream once, playing Super Mario World, and I was like, dude, I don't know, because Cody plays a lot. And I started playing. It was like locked in. You know, it was like I'm undiagnosed, but I'm pretty sure it's there. So I was in it. Whew, those are some good guesses, man.
All right, you want to call it and give it for here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
So, Elsewhere Warrior, I'll gift you a $20 Steam card, man. So shoot me a message on Discord. He guessed 73. The number is 74 copies.
Yeah.
Good guess, man. Good guess. But I'll hook you up, man. I will hook you up.
Whew.
Anything else you guys want to know about the store? Anything like that?
We have
yes.
What is? Want to look through a box or two before we wrap up? I don't know how long you're planning on staying.
Dude, I'll be honest. There's a box in the back I want to look at.
Okay.
So,
all right.
You're coming with us.
All right. Oh my goodness.
So there's a box back here that I want to look at. And actually, you care to grab it?
Yep.
So back here, this is the back hallway leading into the stock room or whatever. Stock halls. Yep. The hoard. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, that's a lot of stuff. So that box.
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh look, that's oh my goodness, Nathan. That's some cool stuff. Look at that.
This one.
There's a giant link here. Yeah, it's the box. Right. Giant link. Okay. There's a copy of Sonic Spinball.
Let's maybe bring it over here, I think.
Oh, I don't know, man. Is that all just Nintendo?
Yes.
Okay. Can we look through this box instead?
Sure.
It's varied. Oh, my chat got wild. Like the... I hope everything's still rolling there. See if I can see the chat. See if I can... Maybe it'll work like this. I don't know how it's freaking out on the screen or not. Let me go look on the computer real quick. Yeah. But I can't see my chat. Oh, I can do though. Let's flip the camera so you can see a little better. Maybe I click here. All right.
Whatever you want.
Do you have your phone on you?
Try to sit or perch. I left it in there. I'll grab it.
Yeah, I'll let Nathan grab his phone. That way we can look at chat on his phone since I can't see it anymore. I've done something to screw it up. Rugal, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Vlog screen, thank you, man. We are currently at the Gaming Co. And, I mean, there's a ton of stuff back here. This is just the stock room. Oh, there's me carrying on and yelling. And Superman 64 cart's a perfect place to hide your baggies. Question, do you have any grails at the store's current inventory you could let us see? Oh, there's a ton of good stuff here. When you think grail, what are you thinking, Nathan?
Gosh, I mean...
I see all kinds of stuff. I walked in here. Nathan's already put it back over here, but I walked in here a moment ago, or walked back to the bathroom, and I saw this Battletoads, that's actually not I thought it was a complete in box Battletoads at first, and I was like, oh snap! But oh my goodness, woo, look at that! All those Sega Saturn games. Again, that's not something we see a lot here.
No.
So
no.
But I mean, just stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. All right, I thought this box was looking nice and varied. So, Ryan, thank you, dude. I found your channel a short while ago. Love the content. Keep up the great work. Yeah, your gift card is $10. Thank you, Ryan. That's very, very kind of you, man.
All right, what do we have in here? So we have.
Yeah. That's my hot take.
A decent looking Link Adventure of Link.
I like that one part. More than part one.
There's Sonic at home.
That no Sonic Spinball. Mom, I want Sonic. We got Sonic at home.
Rad Racer and Excite Bike. The 5-screw Excite Bike. That's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Don't see those too often. Got Bubsy 3D, baby. GTA 2. Oh, fun time.
I actually remember
there's Killer Instinct. That was on that list. Ninja Gaiden.
I keep belching. I apologize.
That's some 64 games. This one's seen better days.
Yeah.
And then a Doom 64.
Nick said he loved Rad Racer as a kid.
First GTA. Talk about different, wildly different than what we know now.
Hey, I remember. I'm telling you, I'm not just streaming.
I don't know if you could zoom in on that.
Oh yeah, I'm not just being a hipster here. I played this one first. I actually don't like Grand Theft Auto, but I played that one first, and it was before any of them had come out. Besides this one, and I was like, "This game is wild. I can just kill people." It was wild.
Oh,
Eric, thank you, dude. That's a good idea, right? Oh, dude, Eric, thank you, dude. I appreciate you guys.
What a sad day.
Oh no,
Sad Panda is sad.
Wait. Hey, let's ask this: which Mega Man is this? Anybody got a guess as to which Mega Man that is? Since it doesn't have a A number?
This number has been gnawed off. Oh my goodness.
That's Mega Man Rat Edition.
That is, like, I have never seen this phenomenon like this.
I haven't either.
I mean, I've seen like label bubbling and peeling, but never like this. Like it's literally parts of the label, like the actual color is just gone.
It actually is Mega Man 2. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
It looks
it
like
is Mega Man 2.
Bubbled and rotted or something.
That's insane.
Yeah, it just needs a different label, basically. So the question was, are there any... One of the questions. Okay, Rockstar's even earlier game on the N64. I actually know that one. Do you know that one?
Rockstar's game on the N64?
Yeah, oh, I know it. I'm so excited. No, it came out in the U.S. Space Station Silicon Valley.
Yep. That never would have come back to my mind because
but it is one you've seen before.
Yeah, I have no nostalgia for that game, so it just didn't. Yep, never comes to my mind.
It was Mega Man 2, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, and are there any systems that prices are currently going down on? PS4, Xbox One.
Yes,
those are trending downward.
Yeah. Generally speaking, it is possible that they have already hit the bottom of their trough, though, on the game side.
Yeah, probably.
So, but because I mean, some of that stuff got down to sub $5.
Yeah,
and I mean, there's just nowhere else to go from there. Some games have pulled back up already, but I think it is because of movie and TV things. Like Fallout games have gone back up. Like it's tough to find a Fallout 4 for $5 anymore, like you could 2 or 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's not gone up wildly, but it's in the $10 to $15 range again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and same thing with like The Last of Us is one that.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So.
He said, "Do you have a copy of Mega Man 5? It'd be up front. You don't have one? Okay.
Nope, not that I know of.
Here's some. Look at this.
Some fun supers. Good old Bubsy.
What could possibly go wrong?
Other than this game?
Wow, that's some trash. No, there's some good stuff in there.
Yes. But
I actually don't.
Shaq Fu and Bubsy?
I don't. I don't hate Shaq Fu. I have a little bit of nostalgia for it because I had a buddy growing up who loved Shaq.
Yeah.
And so he bought it and we played it and it wasn't good. I mean, we played it, but then we went back to Mortal Kombat.
Chaos in the Windy, Michael Jordan's Chaos in the Windy City was a more fun game to play.
Agreed. Big thumbs up for that one.
Now, the remake of Shaq Fu from a few years ago, that's actually kind of fun.
I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Open up a can of Shaq Fu. What genre is the biggest seller in your area?
I do not have definitive information on that, so this is just an anecdotal.
Oh, that's awesome, JB.
Kind of what do I feel like is the best seller? I mean, the most asked for is probably RPGs, but that's often because it's, do you have this one? And it's like, no, I wish we did, type of deal. The one that I imagine that we sell the most of would be like first-person shooters. The Call of Duties and Splinter Cells and so forth, Battlefields. Do
you have the game Balls? I bet they do have Balls here somewhere. I would think so, surely.
Don't know. Doesn't come in too often. Hey, that's
Balloon Fight
in
Satoru
pretty rough
Iwata.
condition, but one you don't see too often.
Nope. I think that was Iwata that helped with that game. If I'm not mistaken. I was just listening to
Mortal Kombat 2
story about him. And that is, really is a good game, dude. I really enjoyed it.
Metroid.
Metroid.
Pokemon Crystal.
Nice.
It's a wild box. What do we got here?
Oh, you do know there was a new Castlevania announced, right?
No,
Dude, there's a new Castlevania
announced. I was just joking around earlier. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I cried when I saw it. It's Selma Belmont or something like that. It's like Belmont something or another, but it should be out maybe this year. But it's Konami. It's a 3D. It's like it's a 2D, 3D sort of setup, but it looks awesome, dude. Death Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure with 60 hours of free AOL. I don't remember that one. I do remember Chicks. Chick's Quest. Oh, wow. Switch 2 game.
Yeah. Nothing coming to answer. The Switch 2 game?
Yeah. the Switch 2 game. It's actually one I want.
The Metroids.
Ooh, good answers.
My oldest just started playing, oh my goodness, the most recent one. Shoot. 4. A few weeks ago.
That's awesome. Spot the 7-Up game.
And she said the same thing I've maintained for years. I normally don't like games. She didn't know what to call it. She's young enough. She doesn't know that it's called first person. But she was like, I normally don't like games like this where you can't see your person.
Yeah.
She said, but this one's really fun. And I said,
cool.
I have felt that way about all the Metroid Prime games. So,
and New Castlevania, it's not a pachinko machine. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
You need that Metroid collection, right?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Never said.
Original box copy of Mario Super Circuit on the GBA.
Hey, Game Boy Advance box copies are freaking expensive.
Yep. Here's some OG stuff here, children.
X-Runner said, do people named Cletus get 100% off in the store? Maybe sometimes.
Let me find out.
Near Cletus.
Some Atari 2600 games. Some super classics here. Awful renditions to me, on the Atari, but amazing.
I love those games.
Arcade games to play.
I love Breakout in about any form, really.
Yep. Got a Pro Skater on the 64.
Ooh. Yeah, this is a very varied box. So I was like,
this is a wild box. This is Sonic 3. We got Switch games. We got Switch 2 games. We got Atari 2600. What in the world?
Sonic 3D Blast.
Game Boy Advance. We got loose cartridge games. Oh.
Ooh.
There's some more.
X-Runners, thank you so much, man. That's very kind of you.
Circle of the Moon and Harmony of Dissonance. That's
some good stuff.
That's good stuff right there. Ooh, buddy. I like seeing those.
I love Breakout.
There's Switch games here. Origami King.
What? It's Peggy.
Yep.
Peggy version. Yep. I never did finish that one, but I enjoyed what I played of it.
ARMS, Splatoon 2. Nintendo Switch Sports.
Nice.
I feel like that may end up being approaching a Wii Sports in 15 years from now.
Wow.
Yep. Is it still it lets you go back and scratch that same itch on the Switch?
Yeah.
That didn't mean to make that rhyme, but here we are.
Said those aren't bad, but they're not Aria of Sorrow. That's fair.
Fair, but what is? There's some PS4 games in this box. There's some there we go.
That's a great game.
Red Dead 2 and Little Nightmares. Dreams. Have you ever played this Dreams game?
Nope. But it's my understanding is it's a game creator.
Oh, okay.
But there's some really stuff people made in dreams. Wow.
There's a PS5 game, Crazy Chicken Shooter Edition. Good Lord.
I don't know how many times I've seen that in some iteration across so many systems.
Yep.
It's like usually that stuff comes out at. Oh yeah. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, these were games that were like maybe exclusive to GameStop. I might be wrong, but Reggie Fils-Aimé jumped on the board of some after he left Nintendo. Jumped on the board of something there. I'll switch. I actually like Aria of Sorrow better than Symphony of the Night. Oh wow!
Since Switch ports are still disappointing. So what I'm saying though about Switch sports with regard to like making that Wii Sports comparison is like my 8 to 15-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
that are playing the Switch right now and have been playing the Switch for the last couple of years, I think in 15 years they're going to want to go back and relive that game the same way that people are wanting to go back and relive Wii Sports from 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
That's why I say that. Whether it's disappointing or not, just it is. I think it's going to end up being that there. So.
Reggie said that I listened to Reggie's autobiography just recently. Finished it up. Fantastic, dude. Love it. But he said that. Okay, I got distracted. Anyway, he said that it was a huge fight to try to get them to pack in Wii Sports. A huge fight.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. So Miyamoto was like, "No, we don't give away our Nintendo." He's like, "Our stuff is high quality. We don't give it away for free."
Yeah,
and Reggie was like, "We have to."
Yeah, but they basically said the same thing with Mario World. Like,
yeah.
they didn't want to give it away. They didn't want to give Super Mario Brothers away with the original NES. But that is to me, that was like a cultural difference.
Yeah.
It was expected in the United States. It wasn't in Japan.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep. Nintendo. I mean, like Reggie called it. He said, "I know my." Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "I know my market."
He did. Yep. The others.
The packing was the only good decision Reggie made. Oh, dude, I loved his book. I thought he had some great ideas. I have not played Sonic Colors. I want to.
Purdy.
The American branch always saving people's butts. No doubt, dude.
The trifecta.
Oh, look. It's the Triforce. Link.
We just need the PS3 version. Yeah. Oh, man, no way. There we go. Cars and World at War. Some 360, some PS2 games. Oh, that's a Steelbox edition of Ghost Sniper.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
That's cool. Some Crash Bandicoot. Twin Sanity and Wrath of Cortex.
So I think these have gone up in price again, finally, right? Because for a while they were cheap as sin.
Yep. So,
there it is. Two.
So we're just all right. That's it. Throw this box out. It's missing the PS3 one.
Yep.
And the PSP one. But here we are. It's got four
Pretty
copies.
good.
It's the only sports game I think in this whole box.
It's the only sports game in the whole box, but it's all the sports.
It's all of it.
I've never seen this.
Very infrequent to see.
Oh, Wanko, I didn't know that.
Either of those, pretty cool. Sonic Riders. Not one that grabbed me.
Not played it. I always thought it looked neat. Well, here's some good stuff.
Ooh. So we've got a boxed, still with manual.
Ooh, that's all.
And a map looks like down in there of a beautiful copy of the original Legend of Zelda game.
The way that glints in the light, just that's a lovely copy.
About the only flaw I see is there's a little tiny wrinkle right there. But my goodness, that is pretty.
Yeah, some of those are just missing paint anymore.
Yeah. I mean, typically they come in with how that Adventure of Link looked or worse. Was that Adventure of Link still in good shape?
Yeah.
But man, normally it's just black everywhere.
It's like, ooh, pretty, ooh, pretty. So everybody in here's nerd glands are sweating. I'm like, oh my.
And this classic NES series, this box is actually, I have seen far fewer copies with this box than the original one.
Yep, for sure.
Unlike in later years with the Player's Choice and stuff like that, those usually are the ones that are common. But man, the classic series was far more uncommon for me to have seen. Got a pretty nice looking copy of Donkey Kong Country. Just a little bit of wrinkling up here along the top edge, but otherwise really nice. Yeah. Really nice looking box.
I saw you have another copy up front right now too, the complete box.
Dude, we got in a couple of Star Wars. It was Star Wars and Empire Strikes, Super Star Wars and Super Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back recently. Those may be the most pristine Super Nintendo boxes I have ever laid my eyes on as a retailer.
Holy smokes.
They truly look like you just took the shrink wrap off them. There was virtually no flaws on the boxes.
Yeah, Skins the
bananas.
Skins for the Win says, I think the classic series there's a lot less of them. Yeah. It's dangerous to go on, especially walking around with that rare.
It's a really nice looking cartridge too.
Yeah, it is.
Very.
Somebody took care of their games, man.
Yep.
Was this all from the same person?
As far as I know, yes.
Oh.
Yep, it should be. Manual in there. Don't see them like this often. Pretty.
Do you want to? Can you man this? I have to pee again.
Yeah, sure.
I must have something going on.
Right.
Maybe it's all the waters.
All right, what's left down in here? We've got a. I said there was basically no other sports games, so we've got a copy of Lilyhammer '94. In there, a box copy of that. We've got most of a box of Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Very faded, but that's still cool. Still cool. Ah, yes. We got a box copy of Dr. Mario. That's nice. I like that. Got a little eaten up here in the corner. This was one that I got. Remember getting for my birthday one year, and I was pretty disappointed because I was wanting another game, and I can't remember what the other game was. But when I actually played this, I sat down and played it. Sorry, I just read looks like Batman ate his way out of that box. Wagga, 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 wagga. Alex said it looks like Pac-Man ate his way out of this box. Looks like he also started eating on this Dr. Mario box. He got to get to them pills, baby.
You have to separate him and get him out of there.
But I was saying that I got this for my birthday one year, and I was disappointed because I was wanting a different game. I don't remember what game it was now, but after the party was over, I went back to my room and sat down and started playing this and playing this and playing this and playing this, and I was like, after some amount of time, I was like, oh, this game's actually pretty banging.
Oh, that's great.
So, fast forward to now, I'm like, yeah, Dr. Mario, he's got the moves.
So, of all the things that we played when I was in grad school and Zach and them were in college, of all the things we played drunk, it was like Melee and Dr. Mario. Someone get Pac-Man some Narcan.
That's a nice looking box on Tetris on the NES also. Just a little bit of crushing right there at the edge, but it's just a little. That's nice. I like that. From Russia with Fun, baby.
I remember seeing like very God, that's lovely. Yes, seeing a
just
pretty.
the sheen on it, man. It's like, God dang, that sucker is clean.
He got the bills to pay the bills. She pack on my man till I walk a walk.
Oh, here we got two more things in this box. We got Animaniacs on the Genesis.
So I played a lot of one of those. I think it was. I don't remember. Can I?
Sure. And then
Shaq Fu,
baby.
You thought you were safe.
Just when you thought it was safe to keep diving into the game bin.
So I don't think it was this one. I think I played the Super Nintendo one a lot because you could at one point you ride a Falcor from the Never Ending Story on the Super Nintendo one. I remember thinking that was really cool, and it's a very hard game. Like I played it years later after I initially played it, and I was like, "Holy crap! How did I make it anywhere in this game?" I've heard that the Tetris movie's good.
I've not watched the movie. I do. I mean, I've probably recommended it before, but just good Lord, the Norm Caruso, the gaming historian.
Yeah,
his history of Tetris
so good.
Is one of the finest pieces of video game stuff. That's not like actual like gameplay, but any type of documentary or history, anything like that. It's one of the best of any game that I've ever watched. So if you've not checked that out, it has my highest recommendation.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if he has a video. I've not seen. They're great.
As far as I know, I've watched everything that he has done, and I've enjoyed them all. But holy smokes, that one is on another level.
Alec Wallace said, Shaq Fu taught you a very important lesson. Basketball skills do not translate to self-defense skills. Let's see. The reason why... let's see. Here's some fun knowledge I picked up about the legendary arcade game. Who here remember Space Invaders? Well, you know how fast that last one is. They were all meant to be that fast from the start. Holy smokes. The edutainment because of Shaq Fu. The reason they were so slow was that the arcade cabinet didn't have enough RAM to properly run the game. Wow.
Oh. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're just
Never
kind
thought
of
about it,
showing off a box, but guys, I mean, it's unreal. Like, well, here's what distracted me a second ago. Now, these are empty cases.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I saw, like, these Vita games. I was like, good grief. That's a lot of Vita games. But, I mean, it's just stuff. So much stuff. I mean, like, these are the boxes I like. I feel like it's almost like treasure hunting, which is stuff, you know, that's the story already has, and it's being processed, right? But it's like, I mean, like Beanie Babies. That's actually really, that's really cute.
Rando Beanie Baby.
Yeah. Ooh, Mario Baseball. Dude, have you played Super Mario? Or was it Super Mario? Superstar Baseball? Mm-hmm. Donkey Kong has a glove, and he punches the ball. And that actually, every time I see that, my hands hurt. So,
that's funny.
And just stuff. Oh. And you have worked your butt off to get some of this stuff processed, and it's
it keeps coming in. I'm not complaining. It's just, you know, it's just fact.
There you go.
There's a pull. There's a pull right there.
No gaming collection is complete without Beanie Babies. Said Lee can't wait to work there. Heard that. I'm just trying to make it to retirement. Then I'll be like, Nathan, give me a job, please. Gosh, I want to get cool stuff. It's just, oh my goodness. Ooh, Mega Man. For a Game Boy. There's Zelda. Zeldor. Oh, here's one. Dude, I learned something the other day. I found out about a game I didn't know exists. Ooh, yeah. Actually, when I came to the door, I was like, Nathan was like, come to the back door with the awning, knock 3 times, and when I asked for the password, tell him that, what was it, Walt sent me?
Walt sent me. Because that's the password Eddie Valiant has to give to the gorilla at the Ink and Paint Club in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yep. Not spending your entire paycheck at the store would be the hard part. I've actually shown a wild amount of control, I think. So, it's been hard. So
it's, I mean, a lot of this stuff is either stuff that I've already owned or have just decided to, like, that I'm just not interested in for whatever reason. So, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it looks like it.
And this has already been cleaned up. It's just, unfortunately, very
damage.
Very rough.
Stuff
well loved. So,
hey, X Runners, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the tips, man. That's very kind of you. There's just so much fun stuff. Yeah, Wes said he'd like to dig through these boxes. I mean, that's the fun of it, man. It's kind of like getting a cheap fix for myself, because it's like we used to be able to go to yard sales.
A box like this.
Used to go to yard sales and find stuff like this, and now you don't find that anymore. So I come here and get a cheap high digging through this stuff. I actually have Legacy of the Wizard complete in box. If I didn't, I'd be all over that. Because, like, I like that game, dude.
That was a box that always fascinated me at rental stores.
Yeah,
back in the
it's
day.
great.
I'd see that and I'd be like, oh man, what in the world?
Yep, old DMDs.
So,
Wes, thank you, dude. Years and years of wheeling and dealing, buying boxes of games. Yep, absolutely. I mean, that was a big thing for Nathan, too. Nathan was buying stores out. Go to rental stores, buy it all. Yeah.
That's when I was in high school.
But, yeah. Again, this isn't the store. This is obviously...
No. This is a mess for my stock room, honestly.
Yeah, this isn't typically what it looks like. It's just slammed.
Yeah, just trying to get up and running and figure out workflow for a storefront and employees, and just trying to make sure that customers get took care of properly first and foremost. And some of this stuff just has to get put on the back burner for a bit. So, but we're working on it.
I know you've. I hate to do it to you. How long does it take you to turn the light back on up front? Just to do a quick... The lights are off up front.
Oh.
Just so I could...
That's not long.
So they were saying the like consoles look sweet. Okay, so in case you haven't seen the store, I'm going to do a quick run through, and then we'll call it the stream, but you got to see it, guys, if you haven't seen this store yet. This is the back area. This is like all employee stuff. John Cena. What's up, buddy? Missing a leg. Nathan asked me, I walked by and said, oh, John Cena. He said, how'd you see him?
Ooh.
Dude, I mean, there was there's like shelves on this side too that were full of stuff that they processed since the last time I was back here. A bunch of NESs. A pink one for some reason. Somebody painted it. Game rooms. Massive square footage. Oh, it's huge. Hey, game cave. Ooh. Yeah. The wargaming room. Oh, that's so cool, dude. I wish I had time to still play these things. I played War Machine, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, like, those are great. Did your dad, you said your dad made the tables?
Yep, Dad built the tables.
How'd you see him? Yeah, those are great, man.
They're a little disheveled right now because we had 10 guys in here punching each other. I mean, playing Warhammer on Thursday night.
Ooh, good question. What is one game you've never had in store that is your dream game? Like to have in store, to own, or let's assume have in the store to sell. Just throw one up there. Yeah.
I mean, I would, for a long time, I would have said Little Samson, but I finally actually own that game.
Yeah.
But I have never had it in store before. And so I guess after that, like right now, would probably be Surprise at Dino Peak.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Flintstones on the NES. Because I still want that. That's one of the, 8 licensed NES games I still need to have the full US retail set.
Skin said, don't know how y'all afford building that size. Well, they bought it. And it took work, right? Because it was not...
It was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
A lot of financial discipline and paying attention to numbers.
Yeah.
Spending time combing through those types of numbers so I know what the heck that I need to be doing with stuff, and stuff's not just flying willy-nilly.
Dude, Skins, if you decide to come down here for the trip, he said he needs to take a trip to Kentucky. Really, if you do, make sure you ask for us and let me know when you're coming down here, dude. I'll go to eat with you. I'll take you out to eat. I keep offering. I go, guys, message me when you come in. I'll take you out to eat. And nobody's taking me up on it yet. So just let me know. They have, I mean, it's just everything, dude. Like all kinds of just stuff. Like, oh, dude, is this a Xenoblade?
It is. It's a fun one.
Oh, it's a Xenoblade. Will you hold it so I can?
Yeah.
Because it's too big for me to stretch out. And
Yeah.
dude, that is awesome. Holy smokes, that is so cool. You have a unicorn expensive item, another hobby. Lego set.
Here, while we're done, while we're at it here, Lee.
Yeah, these are new for me.
It's also.
Oh my goodness, it's a cloud sword. Buster sword, that is.
Yeah.
You're close to catching you. I know, Alec, and I was trying to figure it out.
Also phone. So
Absolutely. Skins. Oh God, you got me. Somebody call 911. Someone call IXI.
this one, no, I think this one's anime. So
Yeah, all kinds of great stuff. Andrew, I will absolutely take you out to eat, man.
yeah, next time you come to town, Andrew. Next thing you know.
And like this again. So here's like some of the behind the counter stuff.
Oh,
How much is the Buster sword? Do you know the? Let's see here. These are really awesome. Looks like it's $90 for the Buster sword. And it's from Epic Armory. Huh. How do I put this back in there? Nathan, I've made a mistake.
Gonna have to set the handle down in.
Oh. I've screwed up my chat again. Do you have chat pulled up?
I do.
Okay. But yeah, here's some like the top shelf, behind the shelf stuff. A lot of good junk. Ooh! Monster in my pocket.
Yep, just got that in this week.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a new one for me to see here. So
It is cartridge and box. It is unfortunately does not have a manual with it.
okay, still like that's you don't see that box very often. That's for sure. Don't see the game very often. Great game.
First time I've had a copy, loose or otherwise. Just
There's something Final Fantasy 3 there or 6. Contra 3, Breath of Fire 2. We were talking about some of those earlier. Mario Paint. there's a couple of. I guess one of them is not complete in box, right?
One is missing its foam
Okay.
on the inside, as well as some of the other inserts. The other one, as far as I know, actually has everything with it, and the box is in much better shape. So,
Wankle Fire Emblem on the GameCube is $300. It is a very expensive game. So, of these, like, I know.
one of the coolest things that we have right now is actually that. It's a very old comic book. It's first appearance of the Teen Titans in comics.
Wow. That's cool.
First time I'd ever seen it in person when that came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, lots of great stuff here. I know in particular, one I had been eyeballing for a while is Darkwing Duck. How much is the original Final Fantasy? It is $180, it looks like.
Yep.
That's complete, I think.
I can't tell from here.
I can't see from there. But, yeah, Darkwing Duck is one I've been eyeballing for a while, and I'm like, you don't need it, Lee, but I want it. And you're talking about those systems, and this is what made me think about it, because, like, I mean, gosh, you've been cleared out.
These showcases are ravaged, man.
Yeah, these were full the other day when I came in.
Yep.
So, but, you know, a lot of systems, I mean, they're just, it goes on and on and on and on. You could easily get broken here. Oh, yeah, dude. It is, okay, so there's also this is, oh, God. This is nice looking. All these, talking about handhelds. It's like, oh, my goodness. That's,
the showcase is so, look, also ravaged.
Yeah, and this, I mean, it was much more full the other day when I was here.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And, like, you know, I'm showing you, like, the top shelf stuff, because I haven't even shown you the actual, like, the other shelves. This is, like, stuff just behind the counter sort of stuff. Because, God, that's a bunch of switches. Daggone, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 OLEDs. 6 OLEDs. Wow. Ah. Oh, a Miracle Piano. That's one you don't see too often.
It is the PC one, not the NES one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It survived the flood. It was on a top shelf at the old store. So.
And then more switches. Switches everywhere. Said y'all need an in-house repair and modder guy. We do kind of have one, right?
We're working on it.
Then, I mean, this is like PS4, PS3, kind of, I'll go quickly. The controllers, I mean, there's just so much stuff. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. Long boxes. I love long box PS1. Xbox One, Xbox 360. So, and to give you an idea regarding like our area, this is one of the biggest game stores in the nation anyway. But it's like
there's not too many. There are bigger, but
there are bigger.
Not a lot.
Just not a whole lot of them. Original Xbox. So regarding our local Walmart, Nathan personally has more games than our local Walmart. I personally have more games than our local Walmart, so especially for unique titles. Regarding the GameStop, I know I have more titles than GameStop. I think I have more titles than GameStop combined. Nathan's the same sort of situation. However, that tells you an idea of like how small it is to find that sort, or how difficult it is to keep that sort of stuff. But this place is packing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is huge, dude. Okay, so check this out. You don't see these very often either. CDI games. And then we got, are the 3D over here too? Those might be, yeah, here we go. Balls! We do have balls!
It's on the 3DO, but there it is.
Yeah, you're looking for balls. We got it on the 3DO. Does he package the controllers himself? They look like in-house packaging. Yep. Just use ones. They clean them up, put them in plastic bags. How much modern stuff does he carry versus retro? Much more retro, what do you think?
I mean, by modern, do you mean
Voyeur.
Like Switch 2 and PS5 and Xbox Series? Then very little. If you also include like PS4, Xbox One, and Switch,
It's different.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's like it looks. Yeah, well, I'll stop making balls jokes. And you guys can't really keep these either right now, can you? Like it's crazy how much stuff goes out these doors, guys. And can I tell them about I don't want to tell them the stats, but it's like what the 11th today about how successful today was.
Oh yeah, it was our 11th best day of all time was today.
So it was a beautiful day, and people were out rocking and rolling. There's Lunar. So
these showcases cleaned up.
Lunar 2, Dragon Warrior 7, which is actually a sealed copy of Dragon Warrior 7 on the PlayStation.
Down. Oh my goodness.
And it's upside down. Tronbon. I mean, it's some wild stuff in here. So, Clock Tower. What's Kingsley's going for now? Woo! I got that rather cheap. Well, I mean, years and years ago. So I've been sitting on it forever. So some of the there's Castlevania, obviously. A lot of stuff usually I would get tore up about the PlayStation stuff, but pretty much when a PlayStation game comes in that I don't have, then I start heckling Nathan. I'm like, hey, dude. What's up, Pokemon? But again, Pokemon sells like freaking hotcakes. Square was selling sealed PS1 games for the longest time on their site. Yeah, all those like the green ones, the greatest hits ones. Yeah. Sold like crazy.
Sold a lot of those back in the day.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Again, they're just okay. So here's loose, or here's some what do you call it? Second market systems. Mega Man Legends 2.
I think there was a copy over there.
Yeah, I think it was 200. I'll look real quick for you, Eric. Valkyrie Profile might be the rarest PS1 game you have. That's an expensive one, that's for sure. I think the rarest one I have is probably not the most expensive one I have. Children of the Lost, A City of Lost Children, I think is the rarest one I have. Yeah, 200 for Mega Man Legends 2. Trombone, I actually used to own it as well, and I sold it. I mean, I bought it right at the time it was worth $200, and I think I bought it for $200. And then I've sweated it for a long time, and it went up in price, and I eventually sold it. So, how much Dreamcast and Sega Saturn stuff do they have?
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. Game Boy, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS. All right. So here's some Sega CD stuff. You have multiple complete box copies of Popful Mail for Sega CD.
Oh, sure.
Now, he said he does. So I was like, that's awesome, dude. I would love to have a copy of that. Lucky Luke for the PlayStation 1. Maybe. I can go look. I know I've seen that game around. But, Genesis stuff. There's some... come on, Lee. Master System up there. Nope. Yeah, Master System. My brain's not working. 3DS. Dude, Popful Mail's a great game. I know, I like it. DS. This is one I keep looking at over and over. Lord of Magna. Because I keep thinking I want to do another 3DS video. I haven't done that one either. There's still a glow. I also thought about grabbing. Does he have an online store with all his Genesis games? Nope. No online store. Not, I think they're TCG player, but not. Yep. Super Nintendo. No. I love Popful Mail, dude. It's just like having so many, having multiple copies blows my mind. It just makes me sick. I love this game.
The shields are just destroyed.
It's just busy, dude.
Yeah, well.
Again, 11th best day. It's super late there for you guys, Lee. Give some leeway with having memory issues. Oh, yeah, dude. N64. GameCube. I mean, it's just, again, you can... Got some of the lights turned off because it's after hours. But just stuff. Wii U. Probably the largest amount of Wii U games in the tri-state area or something. You just don't see this. Wii. Switch. Bunch of Amiibos. Oh, so what were we looking? Oh, Lucky Luke. Victor said there's only a few things to pick from. Yeah, I know. It's like, it sucks not having any kind of choice. Let's see. See, I like to play it as well, Dark Lord Vader. Tax season is hitting. Taxmas is what I heard Nathan call it. Taxmas. Lucky Luke. I don't see it, but I know I have had it. I know they have had it, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, Lordy.
God, there's like nothing on these PS1 shelves.
Oh, my goodness. Elsewhere Warrior, dude, what are you doing? Thank you for the gifted subs, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so dearly, man. It's extremely kind of you. Congratulations, guys, for your gifted memberships there. Again, extremely kind of you, dude. Shoot. My nephew said no variety in this store. Well, not a thing wrong. And I mean, this is just like the games. Like, there's action figures, toys, there's Legos, there's, I mean, it's everything. Snacks. Gosh, there's so much stuff. So much stuff. Yes, thank you so much, Elsewhere. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, I like this showcase. Actually, I come in here and I look all the time. Because I actually have been eyeballing too. Is it gone?
What is it?
It's sold. Yep, that's what I get for looking at it. The McDonald's game.
Oh.
Yep. Finally sold. I kept eyeballing it. It's one of those like stairway. It says no stairway. I keep pulling out that game and looking at it like, oh, I want it. Predator 2 is new. Castle of Illusion's incredible. All it needs is a massage chair. The store. Rocket Knight Adventures is amazing. There's a CDI you guys told me not to buy. I was like, what do you guys think? I posted on YouTube. Like, it's a post. He was like, dude, don't do it. And I was like, I don't know, guys. PC Engine CD, right?
Yeah.
McDonald's Treasureland Adventure for Genesis is pretty decent. Yeah, it's a treasure game. But yeah, I mean, like, then over there's cards and just pops and everything you can think of. Have you ever had anyone try to trade in Japanese games? They absolutely have traded in Japanese games. You have several.
Sure there's some up there right now.
Yep, some up there for
Not
sale.
many, but we do get them sometimes.
You need a GameCube, 2 controllers, and Smash Brothers. I'm about to corrupt your son. It's like, put on a pair of ball shorts and get a ball of water. Someone will wear you out. Love going into game stores and just looking around. Oh, there's so much to see here, dude. But I'm going to call it for the night, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us, hanging out with us. Again, Nathan Varney. What was your title again?
Director of Retail Operations at the gaming company.
Yes. Incredible store. Incredible store. I like to call him the Golden Goose. So, no, thank you guys for being here, hanging out with us. If you wanted to see more like this, please do this again. I started to say, if you want to see something like this again, let me know. We'll do it, man. Ball shorts give the boys more room to breathe. It's for your 3DO games.
Shoot.
I might have covered up the microphone. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Talk to you soon.
Have a good night.